That was it. There it is, the haunting song. Cool,
Such a
we're
great
ready.
song.
What
Cool.
am I actually cursed?
Oh, we're all cursed.
Yes,
So
everyone is
we're
Do
all
I
cursed.
know
and we're locked in
what
here.
the curse
Oh,
is?
that's right. You
mean-
weren't
Wait,
here.
wait, are we actually cursed?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're cursed with this singing. Well, at least we
Just
believe
the
Oh,
we're
song.
cursed with
yes.
this singing.
I
Madness.
cast
Okay.
identify,
Mm-hmm.
and the identify told me that we are cursed.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
We're
And with a song so far.
no, we have to sing as we talk. If you make a save of like con of 10, you can talk normal, but if you do less than a con save 10, then when you talk, you have to sing every word that you want to say. And it might be annoying, but you gotta do it because we are consistent and the song really sucks.
And
Anyway.
we're all really bad singers, so we just draw out our words to be multiple syllables when we need to.
I love it
Mhm.
so much.
Do I have to roll?
If you
Or
want, when you
does
want to
someone
talk,
roll for me? Oh, just when I want to
You're-
talk,
you're-
I have to roll every
you're
time.
cursed.
Unless you're
Okay.
Pippi, she doesn't want to. She's just singing.
She just enjoys the song, yeah. Yeah.
She enjoys
Embracing
the
the
song.
curse full on.
Full on.
As
think
Rachel's
she is
just
wont to
pissed
do.
that- She's being forced to do something.
All right, Blake, give us an official recap and get us in
All right,
there.
here's
Do
the
it.
official recap. So last time you guys had stayed the night. You had already gone through the whole motions of being told that your rooms were moved down to the cellar, and then enjoying a meal and kind of going through your evening routines. You woke up and met some of the other cellar inhabitants, especially met the senior scribe Varnier, who is a wrinkled old elf woman who's been here for so many hundreds of years. She was able to tell you all about a similar instance of what they called this singing madness that occurred about 600 years ago when a book trader came into Candlekeep. You guys also met Ebder Smallstone and his daughter Galeby, whom you learned lived together, not knowing really what happened to his spouse, but learning that Galeby is an artist of some description. You guys helped put books away, and then discovered very quickly that you all were kind of humming along with the tune. Even Uverheim, who's not very emotionally available guy, was singing along with you all, and you guys had a difficult time not singing. In fact, had to really focus and concentrate on not singing while you tried to communicate. You guys decided to, kind of at the behest of Varnier, discover what was going on. You did some looking in some of the rooms. You came upon the bindery where they repair the covers and bindings of old books. You guys searched through the scriptorium, finding tapestries and scribing tools. You guys found Crinkle's closet, which seemed to be awash with terrariums full of new fireflies. And you went down to the rooms where you guys had been staying, kind of investigating each one by one, looking in all corners, leaving no stone left unturned, until you got to Crinkle's room, which you found to be locked. And through
A tantrum.
pretty great effort, yeah, multiple attempts, and eventually just chopping the door down like a piece of firewood,
God.
you guys enter Crinkle's room, and after lighting the place up, find it to be full of odd artistry. The heavy stone carving of a goat with a crown on. You guys found hundreds of larval firefly crawling up the walls and up
Oh.
furniture. Yeah, and as you guys were kind of tossing through Crinkle's room, you guys heard from the second story, I guess I should say the second subfloor, where Epter and Galeby had returned to, post interrogation, you guys heard what sounded like a young girl screaming, and that's where we left
The
off.
First subfloor.
So the first subfloor is, if you look at the map that I relinked, the
Excuse me.
top floor would be like your guys' first subfloor. It's the first floor of the cellar, the first floor beneath the ground. Then there's the middle floor, which would be like the second subfloor, and then the bedrooms are below that. So you guys are at the deepest point of the cellar at this point, down with the
We're in
bedrooms.
basement 3.
Yeah, you're in basement 3.
And we
We're
hear
in her bedroom right now. That's where we
You-
all are.
Yes, you guys are currently in Crinkle's bedroom. This is in a hallway full of other rooms where you guys had stayed.
Crinkle's
before.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
all the glow bugs, you squished
Yeah.
one.
I thought Crinkle's room with all the bugs was on the middle floor in that little pocket room.
So Crinkle had a closet where she maintained like adult fireflies, and you found them lining the walls in terrariums. Crinkle's actual bedroom is the one you guys smashed the door open to in the third basement.
Oh my
Oh,
god, I completely
I
missed that.
I'd already been
that.
to.
Yeah.
I did think we were in her office.
I thought
but
that was
okay.
her office the whole time. Yeah.
Okay, see, because you guys were saying, okay, we're going through the bedrooms, and we talked about how you guys went through the food storage, and then through the rooms you
That
guys had already
totally
been
makes sense,
in,
though.
and the tabaxis
Yeah, but then we were
room.
like, let's go back and find Crinkle, where we just saw her, which was in her closet.
Whatever. I mean, we
Which
were
is fine.
in near
That's
the
why
bedroom,
there's
so.
suddenly larvae, because we were like, whoa, they all became larvae? What the hell?
Yeah.
We were like, what?
Okay, so we're down on the third sub basement floor where all the rooms are. We found Crinkle's room where we have already busted through. And is this where the room with the goat with a crown on it is that where we found this, or was this in the? Oh,
Yes,
oh,
down
God.
in the dormitory, basically, the rooms where you
Alright.
guys had been staying.
Just heard a girl scream down the hall, probably.
in the hall where the rooms are.
From up above, you guys heard
Oh,
it from
never
down
mind,
that
never mind.
long hallway.
So for simplicity's sake, we're on bottom floor. We hear from either middle floor or top floor.
Yeah, and
Okay.
in fact, here I can just provide the full map. At this point, I'll give you the extended map.
Are you going
I'll
to
even put like a little UR here.
on roll 20? Is that where I'm going?
No, I'll just post it in Discord for
Oh.
now. But
Okay, so I will I'll say everyone upstairs.
Fox, do you have any more
Okay.
flasks like that you made the holy water with? Any empty flasks?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, well, they're not flasks, they're vials, and I pull an empty vial out, and it's like a vial like this round, like maybe a little bit taller than this, but they're like little vials with stoppers.
Would one of those larvae fit in the vial?
Blake,
yes,
Blick, blick,
yes, it
blinkety
would.
blink.
Yeah, easily. It's
I give
meant
it to you.
for storing liquid, so it's they're small enough you could definitely fit it in there.
And
I'm
there's-
not gonna touch the firefly. I'm just gonna
Not mash it into a
scoop
liquid.
one
it's meant
into
for
it.
storing liquid.
I am removing that from my inventory, so write it down.
I will give it back afterwards.
I don't want that nasty ass vial. You crazy? I'm kidding.
There's
I'll
the
wash it.
full ass map, so you guys can understand. You guys are currently down in with the red dot. You're in.
Oh,
Crinkle's
thank you.
bedroom.
Bless you,
guys
sir.
We're down there where that larger room off the long hallway is the kitchen you guys had been in before. On that middle floor, the door to the north is the scriptorium where you guys saw all the books being copied, and Crinkle's firefly closet is the orange one directly off of that. The blue or brown squiggle room is the bindery you guys had been in. So you guys can kind of get a better grasp of where you are physically.
Thank you.
So,
What's
since he just mentioned that, one of the books in the binding room was missing. It was, I didn't actually note down.
You would remember this was like an hour ago for your characters. So the one you noted, if you want to put it in your notes now, is Shemshine's bedtime rhyme.
Shemshine, which has its spine is supposed to be being replaced.
Yep,
Okay.
very true.
Real quick for clarity for me, what is that room to the far east?
In this room, in this hallway of rooms you guys are currently in?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like the storage. That's the food storage you guys have been staying directly off of. So like your guys' rooms are the two directly west of that one. That one was like a pantry full of things, food.
Okay. So we're the last
jars.
two rooms, top and bottom.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and then
you guys had also discovered in this hallway of rooms that there was also, Ebger, goddamn his name. Yeah, Ebder, and
Ebder.
Gailby's room, and also Varnir's room, and you guys also walked in on that tabaxi.
and
While
the
she was changing.
the stair
While she was changing.
the stairs connect on the bottom floor. The stairs connect to the west side of the middle floor, and then the spiral stairs on the east side of the middle floor connect to the top floor. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the hatch you guys had gotten sealed in from, connects on the opposite side of the room from there.
Okay. So I'll just yell to the group. Find that voice. Maybe I'm gonna double back and I head over to the room where that tabaxi was, and I will knock.
Okay.
But I want to see what the others are doing.
Did you grab the goat statue?
Me?
That
Or are you
was like
leaving it?
Who?
Anybody?
No, I'm not touching. I
No.
don't touch statues, man.
Uh-uh.
This was to remind
Not
you guys.
after what
this was
happened
like
to you last time.
several 100-pound like stone slab.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that was
not one
against
I
the
can
wall.
just pocket. I got it. I got it.
Let's go
Maximilian.
check out that scream.
Where the
That
hell are you
was
going?
weird.
Put it back in your pants.
Hold on, Pippi. Can I put this and have Pookie protect the vial in your backpack?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah, so
look.
just
Pookie,
make a
don't eat
note
it.
Of who has that?
I'm gonna drop it in and look at Pookie. Like, don't eat it. But if anyone else other than us tries to take it, you bite. That's
Yeah.
it. I don't want her to try and take it back. I'm taking this larva.
Ooh, I want to take a larva and stick it in my beard spider web.
Okay.
Gonna let the
yeah.
spider eat it.
You're
Spider's hungry.
hungry.
I wanted a firefly.
Spiders
friend.
gotta
You
eat.
familiars
Yo.
get hungry?
I don't know. Do they?
I broke my pen.
They
DM?
wanna- they-
Yeah, they definitely do.
There you go.
You can force it to eat even if it doesn't
Eat
want
it.
to. Probably.
I take off up the stairs, searching for the boys. I just go start sprinting towards
I go with.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna.
So
Whatever
who's
pace
who's
she's
going with and who's staying?
I'm going with.
I'm not leaving Vox by
I'm
himself.
abandoning box.
I say I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Go ahead.
He just wants to
Okay,
get some
bye, Vox.
strange.
You know. Oh, how you doing?
All right, well, yell if you need us.
I'm really sexy. Yeah. So just so I have a total, it's Pippi and Uverheim and Klobeck and Rogia.
No,
I
she's
guess
staying
if he
back.
wants,
Oh, never mind.
he doesn't want me with him. He doesn't want me to be his
I,
friend.
no, I just say I'll be fine.
Harsh in his.
John
Chill.
is still with us, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yes, he just kind of follows silently behind.
along with
Okay.
Captain Mantle.
Uberheim, what
She's
shirt
all-
are you wearing?
Uverheim, what shirt is he wearing?
Hey,
Ethan. Nito Bedito.
that's a cool looking shirt. Holy cow.
Thank you.
Super sick.
Is what
Yin and yang, bro.
Mantlemorn still
Mhm.
with us?
Yeah. I'll
She
just say
is?
They are not
She's
super
drooling in a
active
corner.
in this. Yeah.
They're like sleeping the whole
I'll
time.
just say the way that I play these NPCs isn't going to be the kind where they like kind of lead you by
Yeah.
the nose, especially in these
Oh.
mystery situations. If there isn't like something significant for their story, they'll mostly be background characters.
I'll
So-
just ask Mantlemorn to stay behind with Vox, and then I'll leave Vox.
Yeah, we can say both Mantlemorn and John just kind of hang around, being security for their cleric.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will
Make sure the cleric doesn't die.
Keep the only healer alive.
I will knock on the door and say, excuse me, may I
see your furry boobies again.
may I enter? Oh yeah, in your world, do free animals have boobies? Don't answer that. Don't. Okay, well, there we go.
100%.
Oh.
You know now. You can't unknow it.
It's now canon.
So Vox becomes very flush and blush as he goes to knock. He's like, and he knocks on the door and he says, hello, may I please come in? This is the rude gentleman that came in earlier, and I'm sorry. And may I have a word with you, please?
You roll your
And after
Blood.
a minute of your sort of like embarrassed stammering, you do see the door kind of crack open, and it's the same kind of dark furred tabaxi woman that you saw before, and she's like, well, I'm dressed now. What is it you needed?
I avert my eyes and I bow my head.
Mommy milkers.
Let me see them titties. No,
2 or just kidding.
stop it.
Definitely 6.
No. 2? No, I have to know.
Tabaxi. Why wouldn't
Just
she
two.
He only has
have
2
Stop,
boobs,
stop.
but
He
has
said-
6
Sea
nipples.
World, and even though there are 6 nipples, there's only 2 boobs. So there you go. Everything.
That
This
is
is
what
the way
you
it is.
saw.
Oh my God, Ethan, shut the
Wait, so
fuck up,
are they arranged
please.
in a triangle?
Stop. I
Yes,
asked.
they're 2 and 2.
I asked this fully dressed adult consensual woman, and I say,
Wasn't consenting earlier.
you're not here. Any.
I want you to. I just have a question. Did you roll your con save?
Oh, thank you. Actually,
This is my favorite part, so I will be making sure that happens.
I got exactly a 10. 8 plus 2.
All right.
Nailed
Okay.
Bad. Woo!
Do you, I shake it off. Sorry, so sorry for earlier, but we are kind of trying to figure out exactly what's going on. May I come in?
Is there
Hold up.
is there some sort of emergency?
Actually, yes, there is. There's a bit of a curse and a situation going on, and I would just like to.
When you say the word curse, she flings the door open wide
Oh.
and just kind of like, in a frustrated huff, like pushes past you. She is like on a mission now. She's on her way up the hallway.
May I make it? May I make a perception check in her room, and then I want to follow her, like hastily, just like look at it. Maybe even my passive of 15. I don't know.
Yeah, with a
Box.
passive of 15
Bless you.
and a quick glance, it would be enough for you to see this room is pretty
her
simply
pile.
furnished.
Okay.
There's a very it does seem pretty askew actually. There's piles of laundry on the floor. You see a pretty like average looking bed. There's a wash basin, a very simple looking writing desk. There's little knickknacks on there. a
Nothing
few,
catches my eye, though.
Yeah, nothing really odd. Other than that, you can see that there's an obvious like an aquatic theme to many of the knickknacks on her desk. So
Then I turn and I quickly kind of like behind her, not trying to get next to her, just kind of like poking over her shoulder, then her other shoulder. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, me and my friends, we were trying to figure out, exactly what's going on. So I was just wondering what kind of information you might have or what you might know about this. Do you know anything about this Crackle person?
and as she's like power walking up the hallway, she's like, "You mean Crinkle?"
Yeah. Crinkle. She seems to be involved in this, and there was a little girl, and then there was a bit of a sing-songy. I rolled a 17 on my con save, and I just don't know exactly what's going on. But me and my friends are trying to figure it out, and I was just wondering if maybe you have any information. It looks like you're on a mission. Where are you going?
Well, I have to talk to Varnir about this. There's some kind of. You said there's a curse. This is an emergency.
I mean, there is a curse. There is an emergency. We've already talked to Varnir. She's trying to figure it out, and we're kind of the ones that are trying to figure it out collectively together.
Well, we'll
I
see
thought it
about
was
that.
a concentration check.
So you like aquatic?
I just did.
Y'all told me it was just a
What
D20
is your
roll, that there was no
passive
bonus.
insight?
Me doing insight?
Yeah, what is your passive insight?
Passive insight? 19, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, you can tell like with the mention of that this is an emergency and that there's curses involved and all sorts of things. Like she became visually agitated, and so part of why she's like power walking down this hallway is she is very reactive to several of the things you've said already.
Cool.
Screw.
Jump over to the others.
Yeah, you guys all arrive, and as you guys are kind of making your way through the second subfloor, you hear what sounds like the same song you guys have been singing, coming from the scriptorium. But the pitch seems to be rising. It's like
Oh my god. It's terrifying.
Like it's getting higher?
yeah, like the tempo is increasing, and the pitch of whoever's voice this is that's singing along is just getting higher and higher to the point where it's almost shrill.
Ooh.
Oh.
Animals are weird.
Weird.
Yeah, so I assume you guys all continue on towards the scriptorium where you hear this sound.
Yes, I
Yep.
do. I'm
Very
walking
good.
as fast as my little feetsies will allow me.
You guys get to the door, and right away you guys see both. Well, first of all, I'll just say Crinkle is standing there, and she has both hands on Gailby's shoulders, and Gailby is just like absolutely beside herself. She's screeching and hollering. She's like trying to get to her father, Ebder, who's now laying stiff on the floor, and the voice you heard on your way here is his. His is just, at a frantic pace. He's singing this song faster and faster and higher, and it's getting to the point where, like, his voice is strained against how, how much effort is being pushed into singing this song so rigorously.
Like he's yelling, but he can only do this action.
Yeah, in fact, he is flat on his back on the floor, both hands kind of flat against the wood planking that makes up the floor in here, and you can see the tips of his fingers are kind of dug into the wood beneath him. As he's just rigidly stiff on the floor, and you can see his eyes are like completely wide, as if in a state of shock. And
Should I knock him out?
Whoa, that's weird.
Should I
Mox,
knock
can
him
you
out?
help this guy?
Maybe knocking him out would be a good thing. I hand Pookie over to Gailby, and I say, will you pet him and take care of him?
Gailby is being held by
He's screaming.
Crinkle.
I know, so I'm thinking I'm thinking I can
yeah.
distract her with Pookie.
She just like shoves Pookie away from you, and she is like
Yeah.
in a total panic. What do you guys
Well,
do?
Vox can try, and
I'm
if
not
it doesn't
there.
work, I'm gonna knock him out.
Not even here.
Oh, I thought you got up there by now.
No, this is like y'all got up there. Like at this point, I've just opened the door downstairs.
Knock her out. I don't know.
The
I'm
girl
not gonna knock
knocked the
her
girl out.
out. I'm knocking him out.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Who? Him who?
The
The
one
dad.
who's singing.
Sure.
The dad's singing, right?
The one on the ground?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah, the one on the
Edgar's
ground is Ebder. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Do
gently try and knock him out.
Hit them.
Kick him.
you can say non-lethal blow.
Yeah, it's gonna be
go ahead
nothing.
and make
I'm
your
just gonna try
attack
and knock
roll
him
if
out.
you're
Hilt of
trying
your sword.
to-
Yeah, I'll just one of my short swords.
And I'll help with the heel of my boot.
I
Just
don't
gonna
think
go
I
to-
need your help.
gonna
Am
jump-
I?
gonna jump this guy
Oh, wait,
while
I don't
he's
have
laying
heels. I have
stiff on the floor.
If I'm, do I still add what I would for my short sword? A hit or?
Sounds like a
Yeah, you would
Is it
definitely add the
unarmed,
plus to
or-
hit. I mean,
Okay,
what are
well-
you using to try and knock him out? I will warn you, he's just like a regular ass dude.
Yeah, I'm not trying. Yeah, that's it. Either way, I rolled a 14, and if it's the
Use
my
a hilt. Use a hilt
plus
of your
for my
sword.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
so
using the
use
hilt of my sword.
use the same thing
So
you
it's
usually
plus
use.
7, which is 21.
Oh yeah,
So I'm
you
pretty
for
sure
sure.
I hit him.
He's laying stiff. In fact,
You get advantage actually if he's laying stiff.
he's definitely laying stiff, and
Wouldn't that be an
more
auto
than
crit?
that,
If he's incapacitated, it's an auto crit, right?
yeah, you guys have advantage, and this will be an auto crit.
Okay,
Well,
I
it's
still am
21
just
damage.
trying to knock him
Yeah,
out.
non-lethal
Yeah,
damage.
We'll just say
You
for sake of your intention, you're just doing you're
I know
you're
how to
not
hold
holding
back.
You're just trying to find that single point
Just
where
just on the temple. Yep, just boop.
Look
Yeah,
how much
yep.
damage you do with unarmed.
well, you can use a sword,
I
but
know.
just change it to. You can just use your sword, but change it to bludgeoning, and it'll be the hilt of your sword.
That would be
Yeah.
pretty fucking hard of a hit.
So
That's what she said.
let's see what technically I hit him with.
Oh,
A plus.
Did you double the dice? Double the dice.
Well, now I'm. Say, 11.
yeah,
damage.
you make a very solid strike, and despite the accuracy and the power behind this strike, he just continues to sing.
What?
One thing you notice is as your weapon kind of makes contact, you
Yeah.
brush against his skin a little bit. It is ice cold.
Ooh.
Ooh, why is he cold? He's cold.
Should I like light them on fire?
No, don't let him on fire.
Oh.
There's always a question mark in my voice because now I don't know what to do.
Uh,
I'm gonna run back down and try and find Vox because
You
I don't know
find
what to do now.
you find me and this tabaxi lady walking up the stairs and say, "Oh, by the way, my name's Foxy Moon. What's your name?"
I'm Kutula. Sorry, Kutala.
Nailed it. Kutala. Nice to meet you, Kutala. Oh, Rashid, what's going on up there?
So, what's his face? The dad is under whatever curse, and he's really under a lot of strain and singing. That's the voice you're hearing. I tried
Abner?
to knock him out. It did not knock him out. Yes.
Okay.
So I need you to go up there and try and work some magic.
Kutula,
Kutala.
as she hears this and like is already power walking towards the first floor.
She gonna run.
She just like looks over at you and then looks back towards the stairs to the first floor, and she just starts yelling like, "Varnier, Varnier!"
Right. You go get Varnier.
Run.
I'm gonna check on Ebner, and I want to go to Ebner, and I want to do a
He's fine. We took care of it.
Insight, religion, arcana. I don't know. I don't know what I'd use to kind of see what's going on with him. Actually, I want to look over Crinkle,
Yeah.
Crinkle face.
and I'll say, Crinkle, what happened here? Why are you holding Galby?
Elby.
She is besides herself. She does not need to be witness to this. And like she's like, you can see even though she's kind of got like patches of feathers missing, she's like trying to cradle this girl.
May I do an
and-
insight check on this bird?
Yeah.
Or they're just trying to strangle her.
Sure.
she's trying to strangle her.
23.
Yeah, with the 23, you can see. I mean, what are you trying to determine? With
I'm
the
trying
insight?
to
Like,
determine if she was the cause of it and if she's holding on to Galby for a nefarious reason. Like she caused
okay.
this, essentially.
What you see when you look into this Kenku's eyes is what seems like genuine like pity and concern. You can see she really is like trying her best, despite how much Galby is struggling to rush to her father. You can see that Crinkle is really just trying to shield her from this.
Okay. Right. And I'll kneel down next to Ebner and I will just constantly cast guidance. And I will just like, I'll put one hand like on his forehead, which I assume is like icy cold.
It is, yeah. You can feel his entire anywhere you touch on his body feels cold to the touch.
And then I'll put another hand on his chest and I will just start muttering a prayer and constantly dump guidance into him, helping those. I mean, they help saving throws. I don't know if he's rolling anything, but I assume that he's struggling with something. So I will cast guidance on him just over and over and over until Veneer gets here. And say, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try and help him through this. And I'll just start muttering and praying to Helm. And Helm, give this man the strength and power you have to get through the most diverse, blah, 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 blah.
And as one of you guys called for Varnier to come down here then, or you guys are waiting for her to arrive from somewhere?
I mean, Cat Lady
What's her
called
face
for
was
her.
calling her.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, it was.
I assume she ran
Say,
off to
you,
get
you
her.
can tell. Yeah, she is like she was beelining it for her, obviously.
That's
You
why.
can make your own inferences, but in the meantime, uh, you continually cast guidance on him, and he seems to continue in that state of just almost like you can hear his vocal cords straining to keep up with the tempo and pitch of this song that he's continuing to sing.
Is
Do
there anything
After-
on his body that like looks like it might be a cursed item? That
Yeah,
might
are
be
you gonna
causing
like
this?
rifle through pockets, or what
Yeah.
are you trying to do?
While Fox
Fox?
is casting stuff, I'll go through and just
Yeah.
try and see if anything looks weird.
Can I
Hey,
do
Rachel.
a?
Investigation roll. Uh-huh.
We
Can
were
I-
told that you were the first one to sing.
All right, so what's happening in what order here? We've got Maximilian casting guidance. We've got
Quebec can go
Roshia
ahead.
investigating.
All at once.
Quebec, and you're trying to interrogate
Yeah.
Crinkle.
Crinkle.
Yeah.
Okay, and what else did
She-
Maximilian want to do?
I was just gonna ask if, as I'm like looking over this and kind of dealing with him hands on, would I feel like the spell silence would give him any relief?
I mean, you could certainly give it a shot.
Certainly try.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast silence. It's so Quebec, as you begin to ask Creakle, hey, what did you poop? So it's a second level spell. I cast silence in its concentration, and then I will guidance is concentration as well, so I'll stop casting. And can I do like a medicine check or something to see if this is helping him, or can I see if he's still trying and the strain on his veins on his neck or anything? Like,
Oh my god,
So-
do we still hear him?
We'll go through a series of events here.
Yeah.
So you were casting guidance.
mhm.
What was your investigation roll?
Wait, hold on. Let me. 18.
18. Yeah. You rifle through his pockets. You find a little, what looks like very simple scribing book and a pen. You are able to find, looks like a very ordinary pocket watch. And you find a couple of like scrolled notes that seem to have like names of books on them, and it seems to be similar to the notes you guys found in the bindery, where it's like a list of tasks to do, like a checklist of which books need to be copied down, that sort of thing. You successfully, you cast your guidance a few times, and he doesn't seem to react to that. But when you cast your seer silence, and remind me, how large is that?
It's really big. When we look, 20-foot sphere.
Radius?
Is it radius? Yes, it is. Yep, 20-foot
Yeah,
radius. So it's massive.
Yeah, your spell goes off, and this entire wing of the library obviously falls silent. And when it does, you can see Ebder's body like suddenly relax.
Oh, thank God.
Good.
Woo!
And
You
for
do.
yeah, and for all of you who might have been trying to speak and feel like you had trouble singing, you now find that compulsion is relieved. Like you, even though you aren't able to make words, your feeling of needing to sing goes away with the sound.
Oh, fun. Except for Pippi.
I
Pippi's
know. I was like
I
disappointed.
I sit crisscross applesauce next to him, and I just kind of like drop my head a bit, and I'm just kind of looking at his face to see if he like, does the coldness give way at all? Does his eyes open up? Does he seem to like be cognizant?
So he does not seem to like become coherent. He doesn't seem lucid.
Yeah.
His eyes obviously aren't quite as wide. He takes a more relaxed, like almost catatonic expression.
Okay.
and his, like I said, his body relaxes. His fingers don't seem to dig into the floor as they were doing before. One thing you guys do notice is that despite the silence in this wing of the library now, you feel the temperature just absolutely drop. It is getting really cold in here.
I
If I
will.
step outside the door, is it still as cold?
It is not any less cold outside of this room. You step into this main hallway, and despite the width, the absolute volume of air in this area, the temperature seems to be dropping as rapidly in here as it was inside room.
I'll just turn around and still go like this since I can't speak.
I'll pull out a piece of parchment and ink quill and just kind of set it next to me so that we can write out. And I'm going to mark off a piece of parchment. But yeah, there's parchment and ink next to me.
Before he cast silence, were we hearing the tabaxi yell for veneer?
Yeah, you guys would have heard from. I mean, it might have been a little muddled, but just by the sound of Galeby's like panicked crying and screaming. But yeah, you probably would have heard from outside of some unidentified voice, to you guys at least, calling for Varnir, and you would have heard the sound of like power walking.
I would try to go and find the source of that voice, and then also maybe try to see if I can help find Varnir, if that's who I figure out that they're actually asking for.
And where are we currently right now with the girl and the guy on the ground?
You guys are in that gray squiggle marked room. This
Okay.
is the scriptorium where book copying happens. This
So-
is Ebder's like office.
Once you like get out and get in the middle of that library, like head to your stairs, you leave this space, so you're able to talk. So you would be able to hear the footsteps, and like once you're upstairs, like that should not be affected by the sphere.
So just for reference, if people want to know where this sphere of influence affects, like in the physical space, so on that middle floor, you see that like middle concentric ring of bookcases, the ones that have the pillars on them. The southern end of the sphere of silence would reach just about to those bookcases. So once you clear that area, you would be able to hear, the sounds of little fireflies buzzing around and your own footsteps and other things like that. And so you were saying you wanted to try to go to where Varnir was last?
No, I was going towards who I didn't know who the tabaxi was, but I was going towards those yells and towards the footsteps.
Towards Cthulhu.
Yeah, so you happen to know that like there's this seemingly argument happening, some what sounds like very stressed voices coming from the above you. So you head up there, and indeed you do find Cthulhu and you're up there having what seems like a pretty heated discussion. And some of the things you overhear as you approach is just Cthulhu seemingly like visibly emotively annoyed. Like you hear her like demanding an explanation to know why that she's been locked down here. Why the hatch is sealed. What is this about a curse that I'm hearing? What are you gonna do about it?
Real Karen energy.
Yep.
Yeah, big time. She's got like a bob haircut and a couple of streaks of like blonde.
Son of a-
her out.
Ew, Vox likes to Karen.
No.
And all 6 of those things.
Oh my God. Hey, real quick question: is Blake's mic cutting out for anybody else?
Oh, is it?
Like just
No, I don't think so.
okay. That's probably just me then, because I'm recording. So that's fine. That's fine.
Make
Check your
some
levels.
slight
Oh
adjustments.
yeah, I was supposed to
I
tell you
did.
to check your level.
That's okay. I
Oh,
did.
shit. My stuff is messed up.
I did check my
It is
levels.
breaking up, actually.
Like there's a like at the beginning of some sentences, like a word will be left out, and at the end, I wasn't sure if it was your gate
I
or
think
something.
I kind of heard it.
Is it
Ah!
Start speaking. Start with. Yeah.
is this better?
I mean, for now, yeah. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I like it.
Somehow Discord re-enabled all of the noise cancellation settings that I specifically had turned off.
Nice.
So maybe there was some kind of update or something.
It does sound better, yeah.
Way to go, Dick Sword.
God,
Yeah, it was like double noise canceling.
Damn.
because I have my other software doing that. Anyway, yeah. So you arrive in the middle of Varnir, like basically trying to explain, like, hey, it's my responsibility as the senior sage to keep CandleKeep safe, and this area is where I'm put in charge, and here's my decision, and this is final, and just kind of explaining in the way that one, like a manager would to a Karen,
Yep.
like, no, you may not leave. This is quarantined. So what would you like to do as you arrive to this sort of like heated emotional discussion?
I would say, well, now it's sing-song time now, right?
Yeah, so if you're going to try
Because I'm
to
outside of that area.
communicate, yeah, go ahead and roll a concentration check if you would like to not
All
sing.
right, I'll actually try. Because it's important. Oh, I got a 2, so that doesn't matter. I'm sorry that you guys are fighting, but Ebdur is practically dead on the floor, and he is screaming and screeching, and Gailey is freaking out, so maybe you should come and help.
You can see Varnir just kind of like in that moment, the conversation with Cthulhu ends. There's a hard stop, and she comes to you and says, show me what you're talking about.
And I lead the way back to
And
the office.
as you do, you can see Cthulhu behind you guys just being like, I was talking to you. Why is she singing? But she just kind of
Come and
stands
find out.
there, frustrated at the desk
Bitch.
where Varnir had been doing research.
And right
yeah, so
before we get to the cone of silence, I'll say, oh, and by the way, there is a cone of silence, and I walk in.
It's a sphere, not a cone.
A sphere of silence.
Sphere.
Yeah, so she walks into the influence of the spell and kind of motions for Crinkle to guide Galeby out of the room in a very matronly, gentle way. You can see her kind of, do the wave to come and gives physical instructions at least. So then she comes, this is Varnir, comes and kneels next to Ebdur and motions to you for your piece of parchment and pen.
I mean, yeah, it's next to me. Yeah, I slide it to her.
Yeah, so she just very quickly scrawls out, like, what happened here?
We tell her, write it out. Found him like this. Scream by Galeby. Straining to sing. Silenced seemed to provide relief.
Ice cold.
Cold.
Yep, and she just
Didn't
kind of
get knocked
nods
out.
with every line that you write, kind of just, again, like I said, in a very matronly way, nodding with understanding, and kind of gently puts her hand against Ebdur's cheek, and just kind of, feels around, kind of as a mom would, like checking for temperature to see if it was too hot, but in this case, finding him to be cold.
Is it getting colder still? Or has it plateaued?
It is, the temperature is continuing to drop, and in fact, you guys start to see, despite you guys not really exerting yourselves all that much other than to retrieve Varnir, and most of you just sitting in this room now, you see little wisps as your breath begins to become visible.
Oh shit! Well, I'm resistant to cold, so I don't
Fine.
give a fuck.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
so
right?
you're
I don't think I am
comfortable, totally comfortable.
With this person. Damn it.
My nips are rock hard.
I snuggle up next to my Roshia friend.
And I'll just write out. What should we do? Any suggestions? Question mark. Go ahead.
Urheim's gonna go over to Crinkle's door and start breaking it.
Sure, yeah. So what do you do to break this door?
He's just gonna like walk over to it and cast a chromatic sphere at it.
You're a monster.
Okay. And what element is your sphere?
It would be. Okay, would I know if thunder damage is affected by Cone of Silence?
That's a really excellent point. Are there any somatic, or verbal or somatic
Oh, good
components to the
point.
spell?
It is. So never mind.
Yeah, so you attempt to cast your orb, and unfortunately, the diamond just remains inert in your hand.
Oh wait, I just found out something horrible.
You
That,
suck at
shield
D&D.
requires a diamond for
Yeah,
component.
what the hell? 50 gold diamond every time you cast it?
I mean, it doesn't get
Every
consumed,
time?
So
Oh.
no,
You just need
it's just a
Oh.
component that's required as like a catalyst of
shit.
focus for this specific spell.
But you're not.
Can I
you
take
shouldn't
away
have
50
done.
gold and assume that I had it? Because I have more
Sure.
than 50 gold. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
kind DM.
basically-
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, you guys just came from Baldur's Gate, so I mean, he would have had knowledge for
Yeah.
what he needed to cast his spell. It's fine.
And he's already used that spell multiple times, so.
Mm-hmm.
I
Anyway,
don't.
so then I don't do that because I can't cast spells.
I'm assuming because it's not technically a spell, it's my
Dick. Sorry.
I can't say it with my
Bludgeoning
dyslexia.
damage.
What does it sound like? Try it.
Say it.
What?
Say that.
Primeval?
Primeval awareness?
Awareness. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Technically, I
Yeah.
have to use a spell slot, like, as one of my. I can
If the
burn one
feature
of my spell
itself-
slots to use it.
Doesn't say that it requires components or verbal or somatic components, then you can use it without. I mean, even if the cost is a spell slot, it doesn't technically isn't considered a spell. So
I will
Alright,
I will tell you, Paige, that I actually looked at that last time we played without you, and it doesn't tell you the location. It just says, yes, there's something within a mile, and we are literally in a city.
It doesn't say a location.
It doesn't say the location
Yeah.
or the number. It just says, yep, something's nearby within a mile.
or even the type. And
Yeah.
we determined also that Klobeck would set that off because I mean you would too because you're Fey. So
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Hold on.
I looked at that too. I thought that was clutch, but then I was like,
Oh, it just says whether the following types, but not. Yeah. I don't like the verbiage of that, but okay.
yeah.
Alright. Fine.
Oh.
That was really useless in the Feywild.
That's true.
Yeah,
Unless,
there's
not
Fey everywhere.
not necessarily. Well, I guess. Does it? Oh my god. I gotta look at that again.
It's never told you no. In fact, you don't even
It always
understand what
works.
that sense is. It's just this feeling you've always had. You don't know what it means. Never gone away.
Yeah,
Except
so
that
what
one
do you
time you were
guys,
out in the woods by yourself.
do. Varnier is kind of leading you in the same way that she had Crinkle, kind of just like motioning for you guys to come outside. Uverheim, you've attempted your spell. Is there anything else anybody else would like to do, or are you just gonna
I
follow
will-
along with Varnier?
I will step out of the sphere and I'll just kind of motion everyone to like, come on, I'll
Go out of the sphere.
pick up my
I
ink
want to
and
look around and see if maybe he brought that book back in. Because something changed to make him go wild.
Be right back, you guys. But I can hear.
cool.
Sure. So, what are you doing? You gonna do like an investigation roll? Check the room? Check. I mean,
Yeah.
you've already checked his pockets, so.
Yeah, check the room.
I'll as we walk out, I'll look back at Klobeck and be like, I think Klobeck's looking for something. It might be a good idea to look in their room. We've not looked in there yet, and I'll look over at Cthulhu and Varnier and be like, I mean, do you have any insight as to what to do? Like, should we be looking for a source, or what ideas do you have here? Because we are a bit out of a loss.
So I had done a bit of research. As I told you, we had seen this only once before, about 600 years ago. I was just a minor scribe at the time, though. I was basically an initiate. I never heard of what happened to those people or how they managed to solve that case.
How
Yeah,
old is
I've
the
been trying to
bird?
research. That's a great question.
They don't last
Let me
600
look.
years.
They definitely don't last that long.
think they're like-
So Yeah, how long do what
I-
is the Kenku lifespan?
I think it's like 60, like a half orc or something. Like it's not that old at all.
Yeah, it says they can live to 60. You can see that this
God, why do
Kenku-
I know that? Ugh.
Yep.
Because you're a
Yep.
total nerd.
Embrace it. Embrace that feeling.
Jesus.
Become an encyclopedia at this point.
Actually,
But you can see that this Kenku is one that's missing feathers. You can tell that many of the plumage is gray. Knowing that Kenku lived to about 60, you might put her at like 55, like
oh shit,
near the end of her life.
she almost dead.
Dang.
I'll say
Not looking rough necessarily because she's had a rough life, but because
age.
she's like the body's falling apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go look and into the room, and Klobek's looking on. It looks like on Ebner. Maybe someone can help him give a thorough look. I have to stay nearby to keep the spell up so that he's at least relieved a bit of this pain. So maybe I'll go in there and help Klobek figure it out. But maybe y'all should head down to the room.
Wait,
He had some-
maybe the issue is that missing book. I mean, if that book is really old, maybe it has the curse or something.
Maybe it's in the room.
Yes. We also haven't tried looking in Crinkle's firefly room.
We can look there as well. I mean, it's right in that next room. But I think Crinkle is innocent of whatever is happening here. I think she's just a caretaker. She seemed very concerned about Gelby. But maybe Klobek and I can go into that room after we look over Mr. Ebner.
Mr. Abner had a whole bunch of
She
books.
accidentally released it and didn't realize it because she was singing the song first, according to Galby. So maybe the bird lady found the book, got the curse, started singing, and then
doesn't
she
she
started
repeat?
spreading it around.
Right?
Isn't that what they do?
What?
But
Who
she
does?
wasn't here 600 years ago. She's only 55.
Yeah, but it only I got a 16 on my con save, but the curse just re-upped, so it could happen to anyone. I mean, we've been cursed,
Yeah, I'm over.
so it's happening now. So whether you were alive 600 years ago or you're alive now, it's been reactivated somehow now. So we have to figure out what did that. So whether it's a book, I think we should look in Ebner's room. We should look on Ebner, and then we should look in Crinkle's office as well.
Well, we can do that, but I'm just saying that we've already been in their room. Like, we were looking at her drawings and stuff like that. But I do think it's not a bad idea to look again.
Possibly
To
the
be very thorough and tear the place apart.
Right.
So who's staying to investigate the scriptorium and who's going where? Just sound off.
I'll stay with
sorry.
Klobek.
Okay. So are you going to investigate alongside?
I am. I got a 19 plus 1, so 20 total.
Great. And then where was Uverheim and Pippi and Roshia going?
I'm going to the bedrooms.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Uberheim.
start. I'm gonna start with Ebger's and Galeby's room. But my intention is I'm just gonna go room to room to room, and if I have to knock down the doors, I will. But I'm going to thoroughly look at every nook and cranny. That's my goal.
Smart. Wicked smart.
I wanna-
look at
Um,
that.
So
I
Klobek,
wanna-
you got a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just wanna take apart the parchment and write down the list of books and tasks that Ebner, or whatever his name is, had written down before I go search his room.
Okay. Yeah. So you're just gonna make a copy of it, or take the original with you, or.
I'm gonna leave them in case Vox and them need them for any reason. Or if he
Okay.
wakes
So you're
up and
gonna
asks,
go
but-
in and
but I'm
like,
making a
jot
copy.
down. Yeah, you're making
Yep,
a copy. Okay, great. And then Uverheim, what are you up to?
I would probably he would probably stay back and try to convince Klobek to lockpick the door
Okay.
of Crinkle's office.
Yeah, so we had a 19 investigation from Voxmillion and a
20.
13 investigation. 18, and
20.
13? 20.
20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, and what was Clubex?
13.
13. Yeah, so you guys are kind of searching through the room, opening drawers. Uverheim kind of motions towards the lock on this closet door. Roshia is knelt down next to Ebder, kind of jotting, making a copy of the little notes that he had kept in his pocket. Voxmillion, as you're kind of like moving things around, you like push this tapestry to the side and you find what looks like just lines and lines of text behind this tapestry just etched directly into the wall.
Fuck.
Yep.
In fact, I'm
I'm
going
on page to read a note that I made last time we played.
Please
I
do.
know. I read it to you.
I want you to read it to them.
Oh,
Read it to the class.
it just says what's with the tapestry.
Yeah, so this is what you see written behind the tapestry. It's like an entire poem, basically. But I'll just read it out real quick. It says, "See a mother scything wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near. With one swing she took his feet, with another took his ear. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshine. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshine. See a dog that knows how to heal, never heeds plea nor command. Mother gave it a tasty meal, dog chose instead to eat her hand. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshine. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshine. See a son doing his chore, washing clothes for folk in town. Fell into the river's roar, sank to the bottom and drowned. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshine. Causes grief and avoids the blame. Shemshine."
What is it called? An anagram where it's like a word within a word? What's that?
Yeah, an anagram where like the letters are rearranged.
Yeah, I feel like Shimshine's an anagram.
Is that SHEM?
It's in Discord.
Yep, I put this is what you find behind.
Don't
the-
Google. Are you Googling? I see your phone. What are you doing?
No.
Stop it.
Typing in the word. No. I was in notes and I was typing in Shemshine so I could look at it.
It's in Discord.
I didn't know it was in Discord.
I'm watching you.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna ruin
off the
these
camera.
things.
I'll read it and then I'll read it again, and then internally to myself say, "Whoever wrote this really sucks." And then I'll tap Chloe back on the shoulder, and I will I'll unhook. I assume this tapestry's like nailed to a hook or something, like it's on a wooden dowel or something. And yeah, so I just unhook and like fold it or just drop it on the ground, and I'll point to this wall and I'll be like,
Both of you guys give me an intelligence check. In fact, Uverheim too, since you would probably see this activity. All three of you an intelligence check, please.
Okay.
9.
16.
14.
14. Okay, so
He did 16.
and 16. So the two of you, as you're looking at Voxmillion, kind of motion at this like poem or whatever it is, like scratched into the wall. You think back, and one of the things this reminds you of is you're reading like the part about the mother chopping the legs off and the dog with the
Doll.
hand. You think about the doll. The doll had its legs chopped off. You think
I
about
was just thinking that.
Gilby's drawings of a woman with a scythe in her hand chopping someone's legs off, a dog with a hand in its mouth, and a third of the boy like grasping his neck underwater. What else would you guys like to do? As you
I don't know.
admire the handiwork of this scratched-in poem work.
This has nothing to do with you, Blake. I hate this one shot. I hate it so much.
It's my favorite.
Oh my
My
god.
favorite.
I'm trying to think of who would actually. Uberheim would, I guess, go back to their room again. Like knowing that it matches.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're headed
Oh.
to Ebder's and Galeby's room.
Uh-huh. Isn't everyone
And-
else like in that same area?
Pippi was headed
I
down
went
there
to
also.
Gelby.
I was
Or
heading
yeah,
that way.
Ebner's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually
Or
don't
which
know
one?
about this poem, so I
Yep.
would have already been gone.
And that was the intention, was to go like tell people about it.
Okay.
So-
Yeah. So Pippi and Roshia, you're on your way downstairs, not having had a chance to see this poem. What are you guys off to do?
I was heading to his room so I can tear it apart, is what Pippi wants to do.
Okay.
Look for
Um,
everything.
So we'll say you guys arrive there. You have a few minutes to yourself before Uverheim arrives. You guys, are you just like seriously like flipping beds and dumping out bookshelves, or what's your intention here?
I'm trying to see if any of the books or anything that was written in his little notepad correspond to anything that's in the room.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys kind of, I mean, Pippi, what was your intention? I don't know if I heard back from you actually.
Oh, so I would like start in the corner and I would like be looking and I wouldn't be like trying to destroy the place, but I am looking like under the bed, under the sheets, in the pillows. Like I'm looking every single place for
Excuse me.
anything that seems weird, and I'm just gonna set everything that I find weird in a pile.
Okay. You don't find much weird. You, like I said, in this room, there's a lot of like children's picture books that you guys already saw on the shelf. The desk is full of what looks like really simple writing utensils.
I would
you-
find all the
you-
pictures really weird though, so I would start collecting the things that I find the pictures in.
Okay, it was just a single book that these pictures had been written in, drawn in, and I'll say, Roshia, you just like you're like looking under sheets and you're looking under the bed. Under the bed, you find what looks like two small boxes. One seems to be the size of a foot locker, and the other one is an even smaller, like ornate circular box decorated with some silver filigree.
Are they locked?
I don't know. Do you try to open them?
Do they have any symbols on them that I recognize, or just random filigree?
So the Foot Locker is very plain. Looks like just rectangular box. Maybe what somebody would store personal belongings in. The ornate box, yeah, seems to have like the silver filigree lining the corners of this lid. Like I said, it's circular in shape. There seems to be little silver flowers that seem to curl up off of the filigree adorning the edges of the lid, but there doesn't seem to be any like odd markings or anything that really stands out as a like significant detail.
I'm gonna keep them, but I'm not opening them until I'm with everyone.
Okay.
In case
Yeah,
something happens,
so
I don't want to be alone.
you guys drag these things out from underneath the bed. Pippi, you grab the book. You have it with you. What are you guys doing as Uverheim kind of arrives around the corner?
Nothing else that seems off in this room or different. It's just like a studio room, just two beds and
Yeah, these are pretty simple rooms. Like I said before, when you guys saw it for the first time, it's just pretty sparsely decorated. Simple bed, simple bookcase, simple desk. All of these rooms seem to be pretty sparse. Meant for permanent residents that are maybe used to working under the organization of CandleKeep rather than living a very lavish lifestyle.
is there like a closet or anything like that though in there?
There are no closets. The only sort of storage you've seen is this footlocker that you've discovered, and then also you saw in like Varnir's room there was that armoire that was standing against one of the walls, but it doesn't seem like they have very many extras.
Well, I mean, this is good for me. And does Uverheim show up?
Hey,
Yeah,
hey
Uverheim
Pippi,
arrives.
Hey,
and
Uverheim.
Roshia,
And Uverheim, you see this room is like totally tossed. They've flipped mattresses, and they've been looking underneath pillows, and all
Just
the
trying to be
bookshelves have
dainty,
been
but
looked through.
Pippi's not very dainty, so.
Oh, you guys have really messed up this room.
I'm
Anyway,
trying to find the things that matter.
okay. Anyway, so that creepy book, well, the cool book with all the drawings in it, it matches this poem we found on the wall in the scribe room thingy.
Mm.
Uh,
What the poem say?
Like, basically it was describing the same thing she drew, and it was saying Shemshine, some shadow causing the issues.
Does any of this sound familiar to anything I read about the demons and fiends in the library beforehand?
So give me a history check.
It's gonna be an 11.
11. Yeah, you seem to remember some mention of shadows or shades or something in the course of your research, but don't remember anything really that stood out as like an identifying characteristic. They're like mostly described as these sort of amorphous and enigmatic creatures.
Just trying to remember, I guess, DM question.
Mhm.
When we first saw the dolls and stuff, they were down that little
Basket.
kind of shoe basket, right?
They were what looked like a wicker basket that was used as like a makeshift book lift. It was just really simply tied off on the railing on that first subfloor, and yeah, it was like a wicker basket attached to some rope, basically. Really simple mechanism.
But it had all 3 of the things that we're talking about in it?
It
Or
had
just
2 dolls in
I
it.
don't remember.
Yeah, one with a perfectly intact doll with a scythe made out of painter's brush and some paper, and the other one also very simple looking doll, but it had both legs cut off.
Now, Klobek took the one that had the paintbrush in it and
Mhm.
threw it, I
Yeah.
think.
I think I threw the crippled doll.
His intention was to throw the crippled doll. Yeah, we brought that up last session, but yeah. So
And
we'll
would we
say
have
the
seen that because we've been up and down and left and right in this whole place, would we have seen that doll somewhere landed during all of our adventures?
I'll say that you guys saw it like once. It was just kind of upside down and crumpled in the corner of near one of the bookshelves as you were putting stuff away for Varnier.
We haven't seen any other dolls though, just the supposed death doll and the one missing its legs. We haven't seen the other things.
Those are the only dolls
doll
you guys
form.
have seen so far.
Is there any place that has water?
I mean, the whole place feels pretty damp, being that it's underground, but there hasn't been any like clear sources of running
Buckets of
water. Mm-mm.
Toilets or
You guys found that barrel in the kitchen that had what seemed like fresh drinking water in it, but it wouldn't have been large enough for there to be like a full adult person in there.
well, that's fine. I'm gonna go look for a doll in the barrel.
All right.
Pop the lid and just dunk my whole body in, into the barrel to get it.
We haven't
to the
seen
bottom.
any dogs.
A doll.
Well, dog is another one.
Yeah.
But the dog bit off the
So-
hand, and the doll was missing a hand.
The doll
Do you
was
think-
missing a hand and its feet.
No, one of them was missing a
The
hand.
missing from the scythe lady,
Oh, the scythe lady was the hand.
because the mother.
hand-
No,
had the
no,
scythe,
no, no, no.
And
Feet
and the
was
mother
the
gave it
side.
a tasty meal. Dog chose instead to eat her
No,
hand.
no. The
So
the
must
mother
be that
the
the
mother's
scything-
scything. She had a scythe in her hand. Is missing the
Yeah.
feet. With one swing, took the feet. So the scythe is missing feet, and then the other doll missing the hand. The first paragraph. See mother scything
Says
wheat.
The mother
His
is
feet.
scything. The husband, she took his feet.
So the husband's missing the feet. The
And his
mother is
ear.
missing the hand.
She should be missing the hand because the dog ate her hand.
Yeah.
Mother
The
gave
mother
it
is
a
Oh.
dog chose
scything.
instead to eat her hand.
I see.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you guys remember too, because this was just like yesterday evening for you guys at this point. The
Yeah.
dolls you found in the wicker basket, the one that had the scythe was fully intact, had all limbs. It was only
Oh.
the other doll that was present with it in the basket that had its legs cut off.
Now knowing him, did the doll look somewhat like what's his name? Ebner?
Ebder?
Ebner?
No, I mean, it was like kind of one of those like triangle-shaped dress, really crudely
Plain.
constructed button eyeball, like um, what's the material? The burlap
Will.
sack. Yeah, it was just a very cheaply made doll. Doesn't seem to represent any person you've met so far.
Did any of us go down that little thingy where the basket was, or we just took the stairs instead?
I
So you
considered
would
going
know
in the basket, but I never actually did.
that's true.
Just a rope
When you
for
guys found the
boots.
basket, yeah, it was just like tied off on the railing on the first floor, and you were able to see down over the railing. What's over the railing is just the second subfloor. So you were looking down. If you look at the map, you were looking down onto that table of chairs that's kind of set in a round configuration.
The basket's still there, or we took the basket?
You guys left the basket, so the
Yeah.
basket is still there.
I'm gonna go get the basket.
Okay, I'm getting the barrel of water. Is there anything in the barrel of water?
You pop the top on this barrel of water, and despite it being pretty dark in there, you can move one of the torches over top of this barrel. You can see clear all the way to the bottom. You don't see any objects floating or sunk in this water.
Okay.
Oh
Take
God.
a gulp, and I go back.
Sure.
I have an idea. Where's that scythe doll? Anybody got it? Nobody has it. I'll go get it.
Thought we
Roshia, if
left
you were
it.
checking the basket, yeah, you would find the scythe doll in the wicker
And I
basket.
just come with the basket. I'm gonna bring the basket and those 2 boxes. And we're going up.
Boxes?
I take the
Oh,
foot locker
right,
and the
that
other
we found.
thing. Yep.
Okay, so you guys are just like gathering all of the material you found.
Yep.
Pretty
Did you guys
much.
also say you were going to stop in Crinkle's room again, or was I mistaken on that?
Nope. Once I find this,
Uberheim wanted to.
I'm gonna lug everything up into like that center area
Where
right
the table
outside
is.
this. Yep, where the table. Like I'm lugging this stuff there, and then I'll go and do another round if I feel like we need to, like searching another room. So currently, I feel good about that one room, and we're taking the Foot Locker and the small box, and grabbing. I have the book with the drawings, and then we're grabbing the dolls and the basket.
Okay,
So I would
Yeah.
find the doll with no legs too, wherever I saw that last.
sure. So we'll say through group effort, you guys are able to gather up all of these materials. You go find the legless doll, you bring the wicker basket with the scythe doll in it, you bring the ornate box and the footlocker all the way up here, and just kind of arrange it all on the table in this central area. What are you guys doing now with this gathered material?
I will.
Does the legless doll have ears?
I mean, it doesn't have like ears in the sense that like
Features.
they are very well detailed and stitched on there, but there are like little C shapes drawn with what looks like ink on the side of these burlap balls that seem to represent ears.
Okay, I want to tear an ear off of it.
No, what the?
Like, just
All
tear
right.
out the spot where the C is. Just rip it off.
The one
Okay.
with no legs.
And as Klobeck begins to meticulously rip these representations of ears off the dolls, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna open
Mm,
the
I-
box.
All right, so we'll do one at a time. Pippi, what are you doing?
I'm opening the Foot Locker.
Footlocker. Okay. Uverheim, what are you doing?
Go back into the room.
Which room?
Crinkle's room.
Crinkle's bedroom or Crinkle's
Bedroom
closet?
because it's already open and no one was listening to opening the office.
Very true. Okay, so you head back downstairs. Foxmillion, what are you up to?
I am realizing probably. So my silent spell is only 10 minutes, and I assume that's probably dropped at this point.
Yeah, and had you stayed up in the scriptorium where you had found this
Yes.
scrawling? Okay, so what would you have liked to have been doing while they're rifling through bedrooms?
I would have gone back over to Crinkle's office closet thing and looked and just see what's in there, essentially.
Sure. You would know also, since you checked this the last time you were here, it's currently locked up.
I pull up my
What would you
thieves.
like to do?
I pull up my thieves' tools and attempt to unlock it. Actually, is
Okay.
Crinkle there?
Crinkle is sitting. You would have known. She led Galeby just right outside the room. She seems to be comforting this young girl. And in fact, as your silent spell begins to wane, you would start to hear just like the soft crying of a young girl from right outside the door.
Is he screaming again?
gonna be.
He seems to be in the same state as he was when the silent spell was cast. So he's just sort of laying still, catatonic. Doesn't seem to resume singing once the spell begins to fade.
Good.
Oh, that's good.
That's nice.
Progress. I will go to Crinkle and say, Crinkle, you obviously see the situation we're in. Would you please open up your office?
She just kind of like looks flustered, but like allows Galeby to sort of rest on the floor against this wall and nods to you, seemingly understanding the grave circumstances you guys seem to be in. I mean, it seems to be pretty obvious what with the temperature having dropped the way it has in those moments you guys have been here. She just kind of quietly walks to the door and with the same keys she had out earlier unlatches it for you.
Okay. Then I'll say thank you. I won't disturb your workplace. I don't think this has anything to do with you, but there's something down here, and it could be in any nook and cranny. We're obviously looking everywhere. Please go back with Galeby, be with her. We appreciate your looking after her. And I will walk into the office, and I want to just dig around. And I'm going to actually, knowing that Ebner is good now, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on myself. And I'm going to give myself Fox's Cunning, so I get advantage on intelligence checks.
Great. Okay. And what would you like to do as you enter the room?
I just want to investigate, and I want to look for the list of books that Rashia wrote out for us.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me that investigation roll.
Garbage!
As you said.
Yeah, 13.
13. So that's better
Better than
than
me.
the last time you were here, because I believe you rolled an 8 or a 9. But with a 13, you find
Oh my God.
in a similar scrawled, like seemingly carved just underneath the edge of one of these terrariums, some more words, and it seeming like they're like if somebody took a knife and was like just very quickly carving into the wood beneath one of these terrariums.
I'll drop my head. Yeah, to say that fucking word, that weird ass.
It says "finish the rhyme" in all caps.
I drop my head back and go, oh fuck. Guys! And I just yell. What was
with
that?
13, you would also find what looks like as you're moving this terrarium out of the way, one of the stones in the floor seems to kind of wiggle and shift. It's pretty loose.
Shut the fuck up.
Book?
I don't mess with that until what is the name of our group? We came with a name and I forgot it. Do you guys remember?
Did we?
We did.
God, it was good.
That was a long time ago.
I think Kyle.
Oath
Here for it?
Keepers?
What?
Klobeck and the...
Nope.
Like Oath Keepers?
Oh, no.
That was the other
that's
campaign.
Alaros.
Oh. Oops.
Anyways, okay. I just yell. I say, guys! Guys! I found something! And
Coming.
They'll
Go ahead.
Overharm will turn and go.
Klobeck and
Sounds
the
urgent.
helicopters.
Is what's her face the tabaxi? Where's she?
The tabaxi is still on that. Well, how do they have it labeled? It's on that top floor. She seems to have just settled in at the table where Varnier had been, scolding her almost in her rush to demand an explanation for these current events.
I bite the hand off the scythe doll.
oh my god.
I don't think
I love
I
it.
don't think that needs to be bit off.
So yeah, you guys are at this table down on this second floor. Klobeck is detaching ears and like
Yep.
ripping off
Yep.
hands.
These are
Tippy,
hard
you
to
said you wanted to
cover.
look in the Foot Locker.
Yeah, I'm opening the
Um,
footlocker.
So let me see here. In the footlocker, you find what looks like another set of like very simple brown robes. You recognize it as like a second pair of the exact same robes Ebter was wearing. You find a pretty heavy wool coat and a few what looks like sashes and socks and other like general laundry.
I'll put the wool coat over Gilby because it's cold.
Sure. And as you do that, you all hear from within the scriptorium Voxmillion calling out, "Guys!"
I'm gonna run. to him.
Once again with an Irish accent, please.
I don't know how to exclaim with an Irish accent.
Guys!
How guys!
There you go.
Wait, you've been doing an Irish accent?
Shut up.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh.
Scottish, Irish, I don't even know. It's a bit of this.
Very different.
It's Irish? I
Anyway.
think it is Irish. Is that Irish?
I think
I'm
it's a
faster
little-
than everyone.
Is that Irish?
It's a bit of Irish.
It's a bit of Irish. I don't really know.
No, I think it is Irish. I think you're right. Yeah, it's Irish.
Well, if you were gonna talk more Scottish, you would have to.
No, I think it is
yeah.
Scottish.
speak a little
Oh, boy.
differently.
No,
You use more of your mouth.
You're absolutely right. I was Scottish. No, I was Scottish. That's exactly what it was. Cause
Okay, because if you're
But your
Scottish, you
accent-
have to move your mouth around.
yeah, no, you're
Your
right.
accent
Anyway.
changes.
You can't.
All the time.
Yeah, it's because I'm terrible at accents. Guys, it says
Faster,
here.
So I will run in and see what he needs.
Once they all get here, guys, I found this here, and it says that we have to finish the rhyme. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but look under here, and I lift up the stone.
As you lift up the stone,
It's the-
you hear singing from within.
No
this
fucking
space
way.
beneath the floor.
What is it?
And as you
Get me out of
lift
this.
stone up and out of the way, you see what looks like a pile of bones.
Fun.
Where are
In her
This
office.
is in the firefly closet. Yeah, Crinkle's office.
That's why she was repeating it. She was singing it because she's a freaking Kenku.
That's funny, and that's super accurate. Oh my god. I just look at the bones.
That's why I was trying to say earlier is I don't think she's in on it. She's just a Kenku and she heard it and she's singing it.
This is probably
I was trying to.
this is probably the worst thing to do, but I reach down to pull them out.
Okay, yeah, you start pulling these bones out one at a time, and you get like a rib bone or a vertebra or a femur or something. One of the bones you pull out is a skull, and the jaw is moving and seems to be singing along
Can I?
with this song that you guys have all
Really
heard.
freaky.
And as you kind of pick up this and are kind of taken aback by the singing you hear emitting from this skull, you also notice that there's like a hole, like a straight up just like puncture in the back of this skull.
Oh, fun.
Can I spin it around and look at it?
Yeah, you look all around. The jaw continues to move as if singing the song, and you continue to hear this. You don't see anything on this skull that stands out, other than that it has this pretty significant puncture in the back of it. Do you
Can I?
stop with this skull, or do you continue pulling any bones?
No,
out, or
I
what do you
stop
do?
with the skull, and I just look at everyone kind of wide-eyed, like, oh my god, like. I set it down, I take out my mace, I start bashing on the skull of it. If it doesn't shatter, I just drop my mace to the side, I take out my magic spear, and I start trying to, I put it in the hole, and I just start jamming it through, trying to shatter this thing. Like, I'm over this. If that doesn't work, I take out my holy water, and I splash it all over it, and I take my mace, and I start bashing it, and I'm like, freaking out, trying to get the thing to stop!
See, Foxy,
Fox, are you okay?
No! Go, 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 go!
I think I need to take my dagger and put it in the back of your head.
Does any
and let's see.
What?
Maybe
So
I
yeah,
need to make a hole in the back of your skull.
you absolutely smash the skull, and the singing you hear sounds like it begins to dissipate as you destroy this skull. But
Sounds like.
where it like fades away into just the air around you.
Oh my.
It doesn't It, I mean, it eventually disappears and stops, but you hear it kind of evaporate.
Foxy, what if we needed that to finish
Does she?
the ride?
Do I still feel
And
like?
now we are here forever and a day.
Do I feel the need to sing still?
You do.
Son of a fucking bitch.
Can I
Oh, there
just
goes
say
our clue.
Shem Shine out loud?
Well,
Sure.
That
You want to say
was
Shem Shine
weird.
out loud?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
Just to
Make me a
see.
D6.
That's one holy water is gone.
D6. That's gonna be a 3.
So, as you all
It
went to
rhymes.
the scriptorium to see what he was doing, right?
Yeah.
So as you all hear this this song sort of evaporate into the air that surrounds you, you guys see in just different corners of the room, the shadows begin to deepen, and
Yay.
it gets pretty
Sunshine?
dark in here.
I cast light on my mace. I pick it back up. I sheath my vicious spear.
Okay. Yeah, you cast light on your mace, and as you hold your mace up in the scriptorium, several of the shadows remain, and I need you guys to roll initiative.
Oh, thank God.
Was it my 3? Was it my 3?
Thank
What
God.
is your 3? There's
Oh.
I have
Well-
a table of events here.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
knew saying it would do something.
Thank you.
It rhymes. It rhymes.
What
I finished the rhyme. Rhyme and Shem Shime rhyme. So I
Oh.
just
I was thinking you say it 6 times. Shim 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 shim
Maybe.
shim 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 shim. Oh my God.
If you say it 3
I-
times, then maybe he'll appear.
said it. Yeah, maybe. Ooh.
6 initiative.
Is there any mirrors? Are there?
I got a
We're gonna
10.
deal with initiative. Let me pull this up because I will admit that I wasn't prepared for this, but I can roll with it pretty quickly.
I cannot wait to read this one shot because I hate this.
I love it.
Like
My
Boulder's
favorite.
Boulder's Gate was like
At least
a
we're in
little
battle now. Woo!
Boulder's Gate was like a little like unknowing like what to do, but it still felt like we had agency and stuff. This just feels like there's one answer, go look for it. And it just
We
oh,
solved it. It's fine.
you
We're
did
fine.
it. You did it,
I
Paige.
solved it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
It's my favorite. I love it so much. It's my favorite. I want to just keep doing these all day long.
Oh my God.
Felt like there were a lot of red herrings too. Just like tons of red herrings.
Yes, I think that was it.
Says we're done.
Oh, we're not done.
Well-
I was joking.
That's true.
I might keep saying it. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I probably will
Sit
keep
down.
saying it.
Oh my God, Kyle, what is that? I know what it is from Death Clock, but
Oh, yeah. Face bones.
my-
Find a GIF, but I could not find a GIF.
Get
All
down.
right, we'll start with Voxamillion. What was
10.
your initiative?
10 total.
10.
Oh.
All right,
John.
and then Kolobek,
Oh
15.
shit! I can't do math.
15.
Okay,
Yes,
Roshia?
15.
sorry. 24.
24.
I looked at the wrong thing.
11.
11. Uverheim 6.
No.
All right, there we go. You guys are all in order. Begin.
And I'm assuming John and what's her face are just
They're not
talking
here.
to what the other chick, the Tabaxi chick.
Yeah, we're
They
gonna
can
say
just
they're
go
upstairs
question
talking
her.
to the Tabaxi chick.
Okay.
But we like Captain Mantamorn Peeps.
Yeah, I bet
Yeah,
you do.
I know.
But you gotta fuck with this yourselves.
I'm just gonna like raise my shoulders and be like, sorry. I'm not sure if I did something right or wrong at this point.
All right, so we're gonna get into combat here, and first up on the initiative order is gonna be Roshia. You see these shadows sort of stand out. They have this somewhat humanoid form, although slightly amorphous. They remain when the light spell sort of reveals these cold corners. What would you like to do?
Which part am I, what floor are we on? The middle?
You guys are currently in the
gray
scriptorium,
squiggle.
so
We're in
yeah, the gray squiggle.
thing.
This is like a 20-foot wide room.
Okay.
We're gonna
okay.
do this a little bit theater of the mind.
That's fine. I just kind of wanted to get a shape of the room in my mind. Um, have they done anything? Have they moved? They just moved out of the shadows, basically?
They have, yeah, there was deepening shadows. The light seems to dim in here, and as the light starts to recede, when Voxmillion casts his light spell on the mace and it re-illuminates the space, these shadows
Yeah.
remain.
Um, well, since I know exactly. That's what I was like. Didn't mean that, but I already had the one short sword out, so at least for this turn, I will take out the other one
Okay.
and just slash the closest one to me. I don't know what the closest one to me is, but sure. Bye
Yeah, don't
bye.
worry about that. I'll be mostly keeping track. If you guys want to like focus target, just be like, oh, I attacked the same one that Roshi attacked, or something like that, and
Okay.
I'll make sure it's marked.
And
But
there's
yeah,
3.
you go ahead and reach out with your short swords. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
It's gonna be math. Why is it so high? It's great, but also really annoying. Hold on. 24 for the first hit,
Mhm.
and 9 for the second hit.
Okay, so your first sword swing seems to make contact and has a little bit of resistance to it. Go ahead and roll damage. Your second swing just passes straight through this
Yeah.
shadow's body and doesn't seem to really meet any meat.
Um. Okay, I'm gonna also favored foe it,
Okay.
so I can do extra damage. Can you please click one? And that's the first time on each of your turns. I deal an extra 1d4, and
Right on.
that's also when I believe it said when I cast it on it. So.
So you strike out with your short swords, and then
Yeah,
you
including
favor
when I
foe
mark
it.
it. Yeah, so including when I mark it, so I could mark it, hit it, and then it
Okay.
still lets me do the extra d4.
Sure.
Oh, no, that's a 2, 9. Wait, no, that's a 6-page. God. 8. Sorry, mathing.
Oh, that was a short background.
13 damage!
13
Nice.
damage. Yeah, you
Pew!
make contact, as I said, and you can feel your sword sort of drag through this space that the shadow seems to inhabit. And you can tell you've done some damage, though maybe not as much as if it had like a corporeal form. You're not sure how to explain it, but as you swipe your sword through this entity, it doesn't seem to react as severely as you would have expected it to if it were corporeal.
Does... do- They look like full human bodies, like no missing limbs like the dolls?
They have a humanoid shape, but
Yeah.
the details of these creatures, like as I said, they're kind of amorphous. Like they don't really have, you can't see like a face or facial features or individual fingers. They seem to be mostly just like clouds of humanoid shaped darkness.
And I don't know, you can say no if, as a free action. Can I just look around the room and see if anyone else got hurt when I did
Um,
this?
so you're just checking to see if anyone else in the room seems to have been impacted by your strike?
Correct.
Ah, okay, yeah. You with the passive perception of what's your passive perception, like 15?
Yes.
Yeah, you just do a quick glance around the room, and nobody else seems to have reacted to your strike against this creature.
Okay, cool beans. That is all I can do, sir, and my favored foe is up for a minute.
All right. From across the room, one of the other shadows is going to reach a dark, tendrily hand out
Ew.
towards Klobeck and is going to make an attack. Does a 22
it.
hit, I assume?
Obvi.
Oh, he's super
Obvi.
beefy. He's super beefy.
He's a beefy boy.
He's a beefcake.
Go ahead and take 10 damage.
Ow.
And your strength is reduced by 3.
What? No, sir. I don't like my 3 roll now. I don't. Can you take it back? I didn't mean to say Shemshime anymore.
That's good. It's good. We've had too many sessions now with no combat, so this is
That's true.
a nice cool reign for many of us, I'm sure. Next up is going to be Klobeck. You feel this shadow kind of reach out, and the absolute chill of it making contact with you. You feel your strength being sapped away.
Oh no.
Well, fuck this shadow. I draw a short sword and I go, "Ah!"
Okay, all right. Striking out against the same shadow that touched you.
Yeah, that touched my nips.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your attacks.
So I don't, with Theater of the Mind, I don't know if I have any sorts of sneak attack.
I'll let you know right now.
Seriously?
This is kind of off from the corner of the room, so one of your allies is not currently in range.
But oh, against the one that he's going. I was gonna say if he goes against the one that but you're going against the one that got you. Never mind.
Yeah, and these, like I said, these sort of emerged from the shadows that appeared in the corners of the room. So they're
Yeah.
they're spread out in opposite sides.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
Nailed it.
no.
Definitely misses.
Oh.
Does anything else happen?
I mean, your short sword passes through, and like Roshida's experience, doesn't seem to meet with any sort of meat, and just kind of digs into the floor at your feet.
But I mean, no more bonus extra, you know, salt on the wound for a natural 1. All right.
Yeah, I don't break your short sword this time.
That's nice.
Well, I don't have another short sword out, but I believe I can use an unarmed strike for my offhand.
I'll be right back.
So I'm going to try to punch the shadow.
Nice.
Yeah,
Punch
go
it.
ahead and roll that punch attack.
That's a 16 for punch.
16 hits.
Oh, I do 0 damage right now because my strength is 9.
I think you
Oh,
do minimum.
no.
You do minimum of 1, I think.
Minimum of 1.
It says 0.
Oh wow. Okay. I thought.
Which is,
Because I think you have to have a positive, or at least a 0 modifier.
Okay.
I have a -1 strength.
Oh.
Oh, but
regardless-
I can use ram instead.
Ram.
Yeah, do you want to use your ram attack
So
as
that
opposed
would be
to a punch?
D4 -1 instead of a -1.
Right on, okay.
I hope you roll 1 just because that's funny.
Oh.
I rolled a 1.
No.
Oh my god. Yeah,
It doesn't
you
feel as good as I thought.
sting with your
No.
horns, and somehow what you
It's just
thought
nothing.
was, yeah, it just like the wisp of these shadows curls around your head, and you look around and you don't seem
It's
to
so
have made
dark.
contact. Next up is going to be Pippi, followed by Voxamillion. And you're on deck after that.
Okay.
Pippi, you're muted.
I'm muted for good reason, and I missed it because of your son, but did you say they were all -3 strength?
No, just
Yes.
Klobeck.
Especially you.
The melee attacks under unarmed strike says it's 1 plus your strength modifier. Do you have a negative
So
modifier
1
on your
plus a
strength?
-1.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I'm
Okay.
-1 right now.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to, and let me know movement wise what I'm
Uh-huh.
allowed to do. So my goal, I'm gonna drink this potion of fire breath. And it says
Okay.
that it says after drinking this potion, you can use a bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. And
Sure.
then the target has to do a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So that's what I want to do first before I actually.
So it's an action to
do-
drink the potion. You see
Okay.
these shadows kind of apparate next to you, and then so you're gonna do bonus action, fire breath.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll. Oh, I need to roll a dexterity save. You said
Yeah, you need a 13.
that is a 15, so they save. Is there any damage besides
Yes, it's just that
Does
it's
it look like
half.
half? Okay,
Yeah.
so go ahead and roll your damage for that.
So that 4d6. All right. So that
46 damage?
7.
That'd be sick. Also, wow, this fire breath potion. I didn't realize that it was like so much damage.
Yeah. So that's 14 damage, half of 7. 7 damage.
7. Okay. Yeah, as you breathe fire towards this shadow, you can see the flames sort of lick and split and almost seem to avoid this shadow, but it doesn't seem like you don't see any cloth being singed away. You can see it visibly recoil, and you can tell that you've done some damage, though not as much as you might have hoped.
I can't. Can I grab anything else out of? Like, can I?
You've
grab
used your
my-
action and your bonus action. You can use like a free action to take a sword or a weapon or a shield out. Yeah.
my shield out.
Seeing how ineffective that the other guy's weapons are, and knowing that I have a magical weapon, may I suggest it to Pippi?
Yeah. So
Could I
you're
even-
actually up next? Is there anything else you wanted to do, Pippi?
I do take out my sword. I mean, not
Okay.
my sword, my shield. I take out my shield.
Your shield. All right. And so then on Voxmillion, on your turn, you want to hold your mace up for
I want
someone else to take?
to pull off my back the spear, the magic spear I have, and say, would I know that a magic spear would be more effective against things like this than non-magic items?
I mean, what do you suspect these things are? What would Voxmillion think you're up against?
Incorporeal ghosts of some sort. I mean, I am proficient in religion. I feel like this
Yeah.
is something I'd be aware of. So, ghost of some sort.
Jur would have taught you how to deal, like, as you're in your training as a cleric, he would have taught you how to deal with, like, undead and things. So, if you suspect these things are ghosts or some other form of undead, yeah.
I'm
these are
so impressed by you by being able to call out Chapter Master Jur's name like that. That is insane, dude. Oh my god, good on you.
Tap, 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 tap.
So I will just with my free action to draw. I will draw for Pippi if she'll take it, and I'll hold it out to her and say, "Pippi, this should be more effective." And I just hold out this spear
I
to you.
grab it.
So you have a vicious spear, a +1 vicious spear, or is it +1? No, it's just a magical weapon. So it's a spear, vicious spear, if you want to look it up. So that's my free action. For my bonus action, I am going to use my last level 2 spell slot to cast Spiritual Weapon. And,
oh yeah.
and I will summon it next to the one that's already damaged.
Okay, and what does your spiritual weapon look like as it apparates in this space?
It is a trident. The trident, very similar to the symbol, that of which is on my tabard and my shield that I currently have. It's my house sigil. You guys have seen it, but it is a trident flowing. And at the like midway through the staff, there just seems to be like beads of like ethereal water kind of dripping down from it. And at the bottom of the hilt, there's like a bit of seaweed on it, and on the like shaft of it, kind of going up it, there seems to be like some like coral or some sort of sea like crustaceans on it, essentially. But that
There
will
are two shadows also that have taken damage. There's the one that Roshia swiped with her short sword, and you also saw Pippi breathe fire on one of these. So which one would you like to strike?
let's do the one that Pippi breathed fire on.
Okay,
That's +7 to hit, so 15 to hit.
that hits.
Nice.
Damage.
That is 9 damage. Force. Let me see. Force damage, yeah. And then as
You go ahead.
and as my main action, am I within? Crap.
Are within crap.
Am I within crap?
You guys are
Um,
definitely in the shit.
we are
Yep,
super in shit. Oh my god, where did it go? I had it right here. Not that. Not that. I cast my divinity thing.
Mhm.
Oh my god, where is it? The undead thing?
Channel divinity, turn undead.
Yeah, it's not in my features and traits. There it is, undead. So everyone needs to make a wisdom save of DC 15.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
magical though?
Yeah. Not you guys, the enemies.
Muted.
Oh. That's good, 'cause I didn't want
And
to.
so, what do they get? They get the frightened status, or what is that?
That is correct, I believe. Fails to save for 1 minute. It is turned. The creature must spend its turn to move as far away from me as it can. If it can't willingly move to a space within 30, it cannot move within 30 feet of me. So I would get like in a cluster near my allies, like in the middle of them, so that they can't move closer. It also cannot take reactions. For its action, it must dash and escape. Wait. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
Okay. Yeah, so as your turn undead goes out, you see all three of these shadows just like their faces stretch out and you can hear them wailing like and they start like clawing up the wall, like trying to press themselves into the corner.
Nice. I yell out to the group. Hopefully, as a free action, to have a free action, yell to the group.
Yeah.
I say,
Short and sweet.
we have a minute to prepare. And that's all I say.
Okay. Great. At the end of your turn, then next up is going to be Uverheim, followed by some NPCs, and then Roshia.
Well, that messes with what I was gonna do.
You can still attack. I mean, it would only activate one of them.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh, you got an AoE. So do whatever you want to do, man. It's fine.
Or you can hold. Whatever.
Holding spells is tough.
It's do it. Just do it. Don't even. If you got something badass, do it. Or
Okay.
not. I mean, do whatever you think you would do. Seeing this,
Do
whatever.
Uberheim would do.
Exactly.
Uberheim
Uberheim-
would cast Chromatic Orb, completely ignoring Vox.
All right, and which one
And-
are you casting it on? There's one
Oh,
near
which one
Klobeck
was-
that's...
Okay, go ahead.
There's one near Klobeck, there's one near Roshia, and there's one near Pippin. But now all of them have turned and are like trying to press themselves into the corner of this room.
Were all
Oh.
three of them damaged, or?
The ones that were damaged were
There's two of them, right?
most damaged. I guess I should have described as your spiritual weapon impacts the one nearest Pippi. You can see its entire shape just gets like totally warped as your spiritual weapon like seemingly fully punctures this thing. It's looking very hurt.
Oh, wow.
And then indeed with your turn undead going off, it screeches and, as I said, tries to press itself into the wall. But this one nearest Pippi seems to be the most dispelled, I
writing
guess
novel.
you could say.
Okay.
Bitch.
So I'm attacking the other two, not that one.
Okay.
I'm casting Chromatic Orb at second level. I should have said second level.
Second level?
And I'm gonna do a twin spell.
Nice.
Which makes it affect two targets. So
Yay.
they will both take the damage. I take it because I rolled a 22 to hit.
22. You definitely hit. Is it separate attack for twin spell
Oh,
or
that's
the same
good. It
attack
doesn't
roll?
actually. It might say the second one is a 15.
Okay, both of them hit in any case. I think twin spell just copies the spell rather than copying
Yeah,
the
you're
attack.
right.
But
Okay.
both of them hit in any case. And what element are you using?
Good question. Probably just thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Okay.
Yep. And all right, let's do this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh no! Should attack that weak one, huh?
Shit, that was really bad. Let me see. Did I roll all the? Yeah. 12 damage to both of them. Or
Okay.
is it? Do I roll them separately or?
Yeah. Separate. Like I said, it copies the spell, so you roll separate attacks and separate damages.
Okay, so 12 damage to the first one.
Okay.
Oh, that was much better. And 19 damage to the second one.
Nice.
Damn. So let's see. Yeah, your chromatic orbs, you release them from both hands. These like reverberating spheres impact these shadows that are trying to claw themselves into the wall, and you can see as they detonate, the thunder energy kind of ripples and impacts their forms. They're slightly displaced, and you can see that like they've clearly taken damage from this, though when you expected them to kind of be like blown away, especially with as solid as a hit as the 19 was, like they're still fairly intact.
Jeez. Okay.
Resistant.
That's my turn.
All right. Next up then is going to be this other shadow, and remind me, for turn undead, once they've taken damage, they return to like
yeah.
normal
Yep.
operation.
So the
yeah. The second one's going to react to being impacted with thunder damage and is going to turn and swim right up to you, Uverheim, and miss completely.
Attack of opportunity.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll your attack of opportunity. I'll say it swam past you.
Just pulled it out of my head.
No, I mean this is
17.
actually the one that was next to you. So,
well, good.
17. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage as it swims past you to try to do something to Uverheim.
11 damage.
11 damage. Yeah, and again, your sword kind of meets meat. You know, it's kind of hard to describe. You feel it slashing through something, though doesn't seem to, really harm it as much as you might think. Next up is going to be this shadow that's standing next to Pippi. Pippi, it's going to reach out and attempt to... No, you know what? This one, not this one. This one is still trying to claw its way up into the corner, so it's going to try its best. You can really see it, like, press. Its body begins to shrink into this corner, like it almost compresses itself as it tries to press itself into this corner.
It uses the dodge action if it's unable to move.
Yes, it will be more difficult to hit, you can tell, just by how well it squeezed itself into this corner. But next up is going to be Roshia with Klobek on deck. Roshia, you still have a shade next to you. The other one that was next to Klobek has kind of swam through the air up to Uverheim.
I can't remember. Did Vox use a holy water at them?
He had used the holy water on the bones prior to you calling out Shemshine.
Oh, that's when he used it. Okay.
Yep.
Can I smash a holy water on one of my swords at least?
Becky, can I smash? So you have one of the holy waters?
Yes, I have one
Okay.
vial.
And you're going to, like, pour it
I mean,
over
I would
your
like
weapon,
it
basically?
on both, but I assume I can only have it on one weapon.
Yeah, for the purposes of, like, a single item, we can say it works on one item, basically.
Okay. I'm going to smash it on one and slash.
Slash. And remind me, does holy water give any special properties?
2d6 radiant damage if the creature's takes additional damage from radiant.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
yes,
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead
if
and
it's a
make your attack.
if it's a fiend or undead, 2d6 radiant.
Right on. Sounds good.
So, that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit on the first one.
For sure hits. And go ahead and roll damage on that first hit.
Plus 2d6.
Plus 2d6.
Huh?
Hey! Finally,
It
finally,
finally helped.
finally pays
All right.
off.
I was
Jesus.
waiting to use that vial. Plus an extra 2d6, so 5, 10, 15,
Dude.
20 damage.
What?
On the first
That
hit.
was your sword, and how much of that was the 2d6?
So 10. Half was literally half was the sword, half was the 2d6 because they were all 5s.
Wow, okay, cool. So that makes my job really simple, because as you slash, again, your sword kind of meets resistance. It feels like you're slashing through something, but as it does, the holy water on your sword begins to radiate and shine. And as it does, this shade, this shadow has, the light begins to shine straight through it, punching holes as it goes. And as you finish this attack, the shadow is completely obliterated.
Nice. Good job, Paige. Ooh, 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 ooh.
I only have
What else would
one.
you like to do?
I still have another attack, so I will just move to the closest one, though it's not going to be the holy, because it's my other hand attack with my other
Your
short sword.
offhand attack. Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
this one would be the one that's like up against Uverheim, the one that had swam past Klobeck.
She get advantage because of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have enough movement. This is a small enough room. You would have the tactical knowledge to know E180 from your ally, so you can take advantage.
So, there's that. So, dirty 20 again.
Super hits.
That's gonna all be a 7 damage.
7 damage. Yeah, very good.
Oh! Does it move? Does my favorite foe move to the next person?
I don't know, does it?
I don't remember.
Can you reuse it? Is it like a long rest or short rest kind of thing?
It's a long rest. It says it lasts for a minute or until I lose concentration. But it's a favorite foe, so I would assume it's all since they're the same
So
type
there's
of foe.
favored foe is on a specific target, and favored enemy is on a type of creature.
Oh, okay.
As far as I remember, because
It
that's one
says
of
you
the
can
optional
mark
ranger
this
skills, right?
feature. It says you can use this feature to mark a favored enemy a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus.
So you
Which is
Oh, okay.
you should have 2 charges.
Yeah, so you have
So
two
I
charges.
can do. Oh, and that's what I would be doing. Okay, I
Cool.
see. So sure, why not?
Okay,
I do.
so you get
Do
an
it
extra,
again.
how much? D4?
D4. Yeah.
Okay. So just tell me what's on that D4.
4.
4, super sweet. Yeah. With that impact, you can tell like you've done significant damage despite, it not severing the way that you might expect it to. But you can tell this thing is looking pretty. You can't like. It doesn't seem to be breathing, and there's no blood, but it's moving in such a way you can tell that it is pretty heavily injured. Next up is going to be Klobeck, followed by Pippi, and then Voxmillion is on deck.
Okay. I want to go steal her kill.
Nice.
So I'm pulling out my other short sword,
Okay.
and I'm going to get. What were you attacking with? The sword? Yeah. Okay. Well then, yeah, I'm gonna go flank that one so that I can have advantage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attack it.
If I'm
your
already
attacks.
flanking, how are you flanking?
Yeah, you want
I
to
was
shove her out of
flanking
the
with
way?
Uberheim.
Make her go
I mean,
prone.
I mean,
Is there somebody on its other side?
So there's Uverheim there. It swam past you. Pippi and Voxmillion are on the other
Oh.
side of the room.
There's not like
So
3 sides covered, so that I can have the 4th.
there's only 2 sides covered currently.
Ah, get out the way!
I mean, I'll shuffle if it's allowed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It was your last turn. He hasn't really
9.
done anything. So if you want to say like,
Sure. I
Klobeck,
still
take
have
advantage.
movement. Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's stepped
Yeah, he
5
hit-
foot to the left.
See
Klobeck
you.
takes your spot.
That's
you attack?
a very important mechanic to remember in the future when we're in like big battles. Like when you get your advantage, move out the way so someone else can get it as well. Anyway,
Strategy.
Well, That provides me with a natural 20.
nice.
Super sick. Go ahead and
Sick,
roll
sick, sick, sick,
your
sick.
damage. Double damage, double dice, double
Okay, so
sneak attack.
there's- Yeah. That is going to be 6d6.
Nice.
For a lot of damage.
It's
How
got
much a
to
lot?
it's got to be halved, so it may not be enough.
22.
22. Yeah,
Oh,
you.
plus
Uh-huh.
5.
Excuse me.
Is 27.
Ugh.
27. Yeah, you
Damn.
make contact with this shade, and despite the same holy glow not emitting from your sword, you slice clear through it, and you can see it's the shade's like wispy shadow begins to like follow your sword as you cleave this thing in two, and it just sort of evaporates in the air behind your strike. It's been destroyed.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so it did die. Okay.
I turn to another one because I want to attack something else now.
Yep, there's one more. Seems to be currently pressed in the corner of the room.
With nobody
isn't
else
that
near
one
it, right?
next to Uverheim?
No, I'm it.
So the one that was next to Roshia was destroyed by holy water. The one that was next to Uverheim was just cleaved by Klobeck, and there's one more pressed into the corner, currently seemingly
wouldn't be able to
fleeing
flank
and
that.
trying to condense.
I see.
So, being unable to flank it, I lost my
He-
d20s. Where the hell did I
He
put
can't
them?
flank with me, right? In that
It
area?
is pressed into the
Okay.
wall. Like,
I see.
I'll just say
So-
these things have the ability to like make themselves as narrow as an inch, so it's really like pressed.
Yeah.
Here's a 19 to hit.
Attack
19 hits.
you attack the grout between the stone.
Yeah, basically.
And 1 damage.
Nice.
1 damage. Yeah, you seemingly like make impact, but doesn't seem to react to your strike as you might have expected. See, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right.
Uh,
Next up is Pippi, then
I'm
followed
going
by
to step away
Voxnoid.
from it first.
Okay,
Let
you
it-
step away from it.
Let it attack me opportunely.
If it takes actually no damage, does it?
It's still feared.
So it's still afraid. Yeah.
So it
doesn't
can't.
attack you as you move away.
That's awesome. The one time not doing damage worked out for you.
All right. My turn?
Yeah.
All right. So I have my shield out, my fancy shield, I might add.
You have your fancy
And-
shield out.
I have my fancy shield out, and then
Creepy-ass
I
shield.
have my vicious spear out, and I'm going to attack it with my vicious spear.
Okay.
So that is a 10.
A 10 misses.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna bonus action. I have another charge on my breath. I'm gonna breathe fire onto it.
Hell yeah.
Probably good that that Klobeck moved away. Then go ahead and roll your attack.
You need to do a DC 13.
Oh, you're totally right. You're totally right.
Dexterity.
Okay, so there's my d20. It's beating a what?
13.
13.
Okay, so it saves. What's the damage?
16. And then you said it's you did pass, so then that would be 8 damage.
Very good. Yeah, so again, the flames sort of lick and seemingly singe this creature. And as it does, you see it turns and locks eyes directly with you.
Oh?
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No. Do I need to like scoot out of the way in order for Quebec to get in there?
No, I would say there's enough room for Klobeck to kind of get up in there. But this creature has, ceased its trying to press into the corner now and is beginning to resume its full size.
Yeah. I stare at it back,
Okay.
and that's it.
Next up then is Maximilian, followed by Uverheim.
I run and slide in front of Pippi. I sling my arm over my head and cast it towards the creature in the corner, and I say, I rebuke you, Shadow. Helm's light will engulf your evil and burn you into the eternal dust. And my spiritual weapon will attack. God, I hope this hits.
You
That-
tell him, Fox.
That's a 15 plus whatever, like 7, 22 to hit.
Hits. Yeah.
Force damage is 8 force.
8 force. Yeah. As your spiritual weapon reaches out and pierces this shadow. How would you like to disapparate it?
Yes, it goes into the corner and like directly like pins it in the corner, and it just starts spinning like spaghetti, and it just twines it up and spins it so fast it just sparkles everywhere. And like my hair's all over my face because I went crazy with the mace on the bones earlier, and I'm like just looking at it. And that is it.
Super good. So with that, yeah, with Voxmillion's spaghetti fork twirling this ghost into sparkly nothingness, a calm sort of settles over the room, and you guys are out of combat.
Do I feel like I have to sing?
Yes.
Roll a concentration save.
Son of a bitch. I want to fail this. Ooh, a 4 + 2, 6.
You fail, yeah. So whatever you say next has to be in a song.
Oh my. I have the angry vein just popping up on my forehead.
What do we add to concentration checks?
Con save.
This con save.
Okay.
It's
Come on.
or
One other thing is,
Love the song. It's the
We
best
haven't
song
killed
in the
anything for
world.
so long.
My eye
as you
twitches.
see the energy kind of this ghost that you spaghettify start to evaporate into the room, you see some of it be drawn into this shield of Pippi's.
What?
Ooh.
Can I do a religion check about that? Is that a
Sure,
thing?
yeah. What are you checking with religion?
The fact I know that there's like a pit lord in there, and that some ghosts are now zapping into her shield. Like, what does that mean? Essentially.
Sure, yeah.
Ah.
I will say, I know I lied to you before. I won't lie to you now, Voxy. Oh, I mean, I have to sing because I don't want to con save. I know that I lied to you before, and I won't do it again, Voxy. He just was hungry, so he asked to feed on the ghosties.
I got a 9.
Yeah.
Feed him.
Sounds legit.
Cool. My passive insight's 19.
Yeah. She
Well,
seems like
if
she's
he,
telling the truth.
oh, my con save was 15, by the way. If
Yeah,
he's
you passed.
eating, maybe he won't try to eat us. I don't know.
I
Or
think
maybe he'll get stronger and then try to eat us. You dumb bitch.
I don't think it's
Damn.
the problem. He got it away.
No, we did.
Maybe it won't come back to haunt you in your dreams.
I'm gonna haunt you if this thing kills us. You
Should I say the
stupid-ass
word
shooter.
again?
Yes.
We have to solve
what
the
were you-
problem. We have to finish
say
the
the word
poem.
What were
It's-
you
Whose
saying?
fault
it's-
is all this?
Yeah.
It's
Yes. What was the question?
What were you saying? Before
About
we
what?
interrupted you? You started saying something.
Oh yeah, just about the ghost being drawn, the remnants
Oh,
being
okay.
drawn into the shield.
this etching here says we have to finish the poem. I'm not sure what that means, but we got to figure it out
What word
so
do
we
you
can
want to
stop
say
singing.
I don't want to
Why
say
don't
it
you
again
just,
if
like,
they don't want me to
resist
say
it?
it again.
I haven't had issues with it ever since I started concentrating.
again? You mean Shemshime?
He said it.
Yeah. Do you call it out?
Yeah, I just did.
Do you mean sunshine? Sure. Yeah. You do.
Dumbass whose
And
fault all
Wait.
this is?
When he calls it, does the little filigree box do anything? Does it light up or do anything weird?
Nope,
Does anything in the room do anything weird?
You guys are currently in the
Shadows do.
scriptorium. The box that you guys were investigating previously is currently outside in the second floor, common area on the table. You guys hear Klubek call out Shemshine a second time, and doesn't seem to be a reaction. There's silence in the room as you guys
What's
all
the
wait
hat?
for anything more to appear.
Your
So
powers
we need
anything
to
else
figure
about it?
out how to
I mean,
end this
Afraid of
rhyme.
me.
I walk over to
Bitch.
Crinkle. Fail my fucking concept again. Crinkle, there seems to be a problem in the other room. We seem to have found these bones, which we shattered. and these ghosts came out the walls. We need to figure it out. Where did you get this? Was this here before? I need to know.
She looks at you and focuses for a second, and she says, like, so you fought shades, and you say this is something to do with Shemshine?
Yes, it appears.
Yes, you know who that is. We have to finish the rhyme.
You guys are gonna hate this, but yeah, she motions for you to follow, and she leads you down to her domicile, her room.
We follow.
Now you see that the door is busted by an axe.
She looks at the door and just kind of sighs, understanding now the full scope of this emergency and curse. And
Wow, somebody
I do
busted your door
apologize.
open.
I am
Who
really
did that?
sorry that
I just say, I can fix it later.
Down.
I can fix it later.
It's Shemshime's fault.
Another con save. Fuck! I can fix it later for you.
I love this so much. Yeah, so she goes into the room, and to the left, behind where the like door sill would have met the wall, she puts just a single one of her like clawed fingers into a small hole near this door frame, and as she does, you guys hear the release of some mechanisms on the floor at her feet. And she moves this kind of false floor out of the way and draws from within a book that's seemingly wrapped up with fairly, a fair amount of care.
I can make a wisdom save real quick.
Sure.
I roll a I have a total of 19. Do I lose my shit?
I mean, with a 19, do you lose your shit?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh,
What the fuck, bitch?
Oh, did you know
It's noticed this the whole time.
This whole time, Crinkle.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't have trusted the bird.
I didn't know it was going to have this sort of effect. I mean, I was more curious.
Snatch it out of her hands, and I start walking up to the bindery, looking over to find those other two fucking scribes, Veneer and Cthulhu, and I don't even say anything. I'm just like, fix.
Sure. Yeah. You bring it to them, and so what do? You just like hand it to them and yell fix? Like,
Yes, that is what I do.
Following after.
Oh.
Can I see if it's Shemshine's bedtime rhyme.
So yeah, if you're just like trying to look at it as you guys walk back towards that second floor to Varnir, yeah, sure enough, along the binding of this book. I should also mention that this book is seemingly like oddly mechanical. Like the pages don't seem to be pages. There are like small metal boxes that make up the interior of this book on either side, and the binding on the inside of this hinged cover is also metallic. Like it has a few holes on either side of the spine of this book where it seems to serve some function, but otherwise this is just like a three-piece book. Doesn't seem to have pages in the classical sense.
We have to finish the rhyme. Maybe we have to all sing it together.
No.
Seeing Uberheim's interest in the book, before we even get up to the other two people, I'll just hand it to him, like knowing that he's smart, and I just pass it to him.
Yeah, so
through the book, is
you
that
open it
rhyme
up?
in there?
Yeah, so when you open up the book, you hear a cute little tune start to play as your opening of the book like seemingly cranks a mechanism, and you know the little like hand turn like music boxes.
Mm-hmm.
This starts to play the tune that you guys have all been humming in your head, but with the little metallic plinks for each of the notes. And as you do, these little like vignettes pop up to become vertical, and you guys see like various
Yeah.
different little scenes kind of play out with here, I'll just actually post the picture so you can see exactly what it looks like.
Exactly what we've been doing.
What is the last vignette scene that we see that is not the poem? So we can finish
So-
this fucking thing.
Here's what you guys see as you prop open the book.
All right. We squeeze the ghost out
It's a little girl.
in a flour grinder, and she's fucking dead, and everything's great.
I
There's the
think
dog,
it's supposed to rhyme.
the scythe, the drowning kid, and then it's the little girl squeezing a ghost.
Okay, so that's like a
It's the one-
grinder, right? That's a grinder of some sort, like grinding rice or something? A mill, thank you.
And as these scenes sort of play out, you hear it get to a point, and then you hear clink pang, and something like shifted in the box, but it starts to play the song over again.
Oh.
Uverheim, do you think you might be able... Con save? Thank Christ. Uverheim, do you...
I should also mention, as you guys left, Crinkle just kind of like hangs her head and stays behind in her room as you guys carry this book away.
Yeah, fuck her. I don't give a shit right now.
Totally cropped that story out.
I look at Uverheim and
What's your
say...
name now?
I bless Uverheim and say, Uverheim, can you please try and fix this? It seems to be getting stuck right before it talks about this girl grinding out that ghost and just destroying it to shreds. Look at the face of that little ghost. It seems to be in a desperate cry of death and being squeezed out. Just, can you fix it?
You are so cute when you get so mad.
While we're walking there,
turning a
can I
shade of
attempt to
purple.
fix it?
So as you guys are walking too, and you guys have opened the book and are making your way towards Varnier, you feel the air around you guys like start to become like thick. Like it feels
Ew.
like you're moving through like almost water, but you don't feel the moisture of water. You just feel resistance, and your muscles like begin to twitch just slightly in places, as not like as if you're having a spasm, but it almost feels like there are like little strings attached to you that are just yanking on your muscles in really small ways and various points
Did-
across your body.
Is it
All
still
of you feel
cold,
this.
or now it's this instead of
It
cold
is.
freezing?
It is still cold. It's still freezing cold. You guys. So everyone except Voxmillion, like it's uncomfortably cold. You guys can see your breath, and it's not enough for you to like be freezing to death or anything like that. But you guys can see your breath, and now, in addition to the cold, you guys feel these sensations of like walking through like soupy air and the small like pulling of strings against your body.
I really like the singing up until this part.
This is uncomfortable.
Did Uverheim try and fix it yet? As this was
Are you gonna
happening?
try and fix it?
I was gonna try to, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so let me just see what you might need to roll here.
You get a D4 or whatever it is.
Proficient in
give me
Arcana.
do you have like yeah, are you
I have Tinker tools that I'm proficient in.
So just you tell me, what are you using to try and fix this box?
You fixed it.
Presumably it's magical in nature, so or it would be a device, so I would kind of ascertain which one and then use whichever is better.
So so what are you starting with? So go
Okay,
through
we'll
the
say
process
Arcana.
here with me.
See if it's
Okay.
magical first.
Yeah, so you focus, and using your knowledge of Arcana, you try to anticipate or examine this, and let me just make sure I'm telling you accurately.
I'm the fattest.
No, cat.
Middle fingers.
There doesn't seem to be any magic emanating from this book, from what you can tell.
Okay, then I would try to use my Tinker tools on it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me. Are you proficient with Tinker tools, I assume?
I am.
So, yeah, give me a Tinker Tools tech check. Make sure you add. That's an intelligence roll. Make sure you add your proficiency and roll it with advantage.
With the
Oh, good.
D4.
Oh, that's so much better.
Wait. Oh yeah, you also blessed me. Awesome. Okay, that's really
Guidance, yes.
good. Plus. So 20 plus. Oh, I didn't. That wasn't the intended roll. 22.
22. Yeah. So you put this box, this like music box of a book down on a table, and very deftly, with your tinker tools, which you're used to, even using on yourself occasionally, you remove some of the panels and you find a little brass cylinder, kind of dotted with bumps, as you might find in like a regular music box. You can tell that the cylinder is sitting slightly askew, as if it had fallen on just one of the axes off of its little holder, and without much issue, you are able to kind of push on it and snap it back into place. And you feel pretty confident that you have repaired this. Give me
There you go, Box.
as the cylinder begins to spin and you hear the little plinking of sounds once again.
Roll initiative, but again. Just kidding.
I've people DMing DMs. So as you slide it in and the cylinder begins to spin again, please give me an intelligence saving throw as you hear the
Okay.
tune begin to play.
Oh,
save.
it was a good roll until it rolled some more.
Oh no.
It was gonna be an 18.
So yeah, you hear this tune like start to ring in the walls of your consciousness. It reverberates in your thoughts, and I need you to please take 14 psychic damage.
Woo! Oh!
What's wrong?
Oh, my brain.
Are you okay? Can I see that he's visibly hurt?
Do you
Yeah,
have
you would
a
see him
brain?
recoil.
I don't know if you have a brain.
You're okay. I put my hand on his shoulder and I cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, my brain.
You heal
Yes, I
for
have a
13 damage.
13, you said?
Yeah.
Had that before.
1d8 plus 8, and I rolled a 5.
Holy shit. Sorry, what? Things were asked. What happened? That's all?
I
Was there
healed.
a question?
Were there more events that occurred?
Oh,
But-
I asked
uh,
if you have a brain. Like if you, I just don't know.
Right,
Oh,
right.
Do you
Yes,
have a
I
brain?
have a brain.
So
If you
doesn't
only
feel
had
good.
a
as
brain.
you ask that, you all hear just like what sounds like words. Like you can't tell. It's just a cacophony of various different whispers. It almost sounds like people all talking over each other at once, but in a really hushed, quiet tone. You
Do
you
you all
all
hear
hear
that?
you all hear as this music box continues to play these whispers, as I said, and you. First of all, I need all of you to give me another intelligence save.
All of
besides,
us?
Uverheim. And you guys are hearing now this music box begin to like advance in the tune beyond what you guys had heard before.
Is it magic? Because I have advantage over magic.
This is not magic.
15.
It's a curse.
It's so it's not being charmed, right?
Say that again.
Because I have an advantage on being charmed, and I don't know if this is a charmed kind of thing.
So no, not in this case.
I didn't think so. Okay.
So go ahead and call out one at a time. Quebec, intelligence
11.
save. 11. All right, and Roshia.
15.
15. 15 as well.
15. Pippi,
17.
17. Yeah, so
Nope, 16.
16. Sure. Yeah, so each of you take an additional 7 psychic damage, except for Quebec. You also take 14 psychic damage in the way you feel these whispers sort of penetrate your mind as this music box continues to play. and you feel this sort of white hot pain bounce around inside your head.
Wait, I'm
shut
sorry,
up! Shut up!
I got confused. You said we get 7 and then he got more?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
'Cause we
everyone
passed.
besides Klobeck, who just rolled an intelligence save, also takes 7 psychic damage.
Are where are the whispers just coming from the box or somewhere else?
They seem to be coming from inside your own head. You can
Just a
hear
bit.
physically the pangs of this music box continue to turn and play this tune.
What
and
if
as I
I
said,
close
it's
it?
beginning to. Okay, yeah, you try to close it.
Does it close?
Yeah, it closes.
Does
the
it
music
silence?
stops.
Oh, it does.
I'm beginning
Did
to
the
bleed from my
whisper stop?
ears and nose and eyes.
I
Yeah,
heal
Klobeck's
you.
Roll.
I see you bleed. I'll rush up to Quebec and I'll say, "Stand still." Now, like, open up your eyes, like, pull your jaw down, look at your tongue. You also get 13 health.
Okay.
Ooh.
Right
Maybe
now.
just one person should try and listen to it and solve it.
I'm sweating a bit and my hair's all wild and stuff. Say, I'm running out of energy here. We really need to figure
I
out
would
what's
like
going on.
to stop it entirely instead of having it play.
But we need
Can I
to
do
figure
that?
out the end of the rhyme.
Let's break it.
Yeah, so you're trying to, what now? Disassemble it?
Just like the gears that I fixed, just stop it at the first one instead of like near the end.
Okay, so you're just trying to put like a wrench in the works, basically, to,
Yeah,
to
basically,
cause it
just
to not continue playing.
yeah.
Here,
Sure.
use the finger.
So yeah, how do you do that? Like, yeah,
Tinker
for
tools
example,
again.
you're just like gonna stick a like part of your screwdriver and
Bless!
The same thing that was the issue that was with the thing that I just fixed. I'll just cause that at the start of the process instead.
Okay. So, are you casting bless?
I cast Bless on him, yeah. When I see him
Oh,
pulling out his
Or is it
kit.
guidance?
Guidance, sorry, guidance.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you.
And then so you're gonna try to disassemble it, but with tools, your tinker tools again.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so you start to open it up again, and you hear that same sort of music begin to play, and again you start to hear slight
I'm
whispers in
plugging
your
my
head.
ears.
And you stick your tool in there, and you're able to cease the music, but when you go to try to pop the brass cylinder out, it's stuck firmly.
Ah, too bad. Okay, close it back up. Oh, that didn't work. Is it?
Should we destroy
Did
it?
Is the
whispers
pain
say anything
continuing
to us?
for everybody?
It's as far as whether you guys can interpret the whispers, it sounded like just multiple people all whispering over top of each other. It was almost pretty much impossible for you to make out what they were all saying. What was the other question?
What'd you say, Verheim?
Asking, is the pain continuing?
So after you jam up the music box and you close the book back up, having figured out you can't break it this way, you you guys, the whispers cease and the pain goes with it.
Oh, okay.
I'll go over to Quebec. You think we should break it?
Yes.
Let's take it to the lady.
Was there any pages in the binding room? Cause didn't this need a new spine?
Let's take it up and look. Let's go look. We take
Can
in
I
this.
open the
That,
filigree
sure.
box as well? I
Sure,
just want to
okay.
see.
Yeah, so
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
open
stop
it
at
now with
the
everyone around.
center table, kind of motion everybody. Hey, hold on a second. I'm gonna open this. Yeah, let me see that one real quick.
I just need to know before we go and move on.
Yeah, so this is not a locked box, but you open the box and out of it you see like a little glass figurine spring up, and there's like a small post in the floor of this box as well. It looks like this glass figurine seems to be one of a woman, and it looks like this post is about the size of like a finger.
Does it look like any of the other figures in the book?
Doesn't seem to match any of the illustrations you guys saw on the vignettes. Um, though, I mean, so give me like a wisdom check, straight wisdom check.
Ooh. Finally roll a decent freaking thing. 21.
21. You're able to kind of piece together. You guys interrogated Ebder and Galeby about like family history. Mentioned like, hey, where's mom? This seems to be some sort of personal keepsake.
Oh,
And the post you see seems like it would be about the right size for a ring. Although you don't see any ring currently present on the post.
I want to walk over to Galeby, and I just did a con save so that I can actually not have to sing. And I just say, to Galeby, who's still sitting there, right?
Galeby is currently, yeah, like just you can see her kind of curled up against the wall near the scriptorium. Ebder is still laying on the floor in there. You haven't heard any more singing since the casting of the silent spell, but you can tell, she doesn't even really have anybody there with her right now. She's just kind of curled up in the corner.
So I walk over there and I put my hand on her back and I go, you know that we're trying everything to save your dad, right? And I
Don't
just
know
try to
what's
get her to
going
look
on.
at me. And we found this book and we're having to finish this rhyme that's called Shine. Have you heard of that book or that rhyme?
I don't know anything about that.
Have you seen?
And she's just like not even looking up at you. Like she has, how children do, where she has her face buried in between her arms. She's just kind of sat propped against the wall where Crinkle left her from before. She doesn't seem like. I mean, you can tell even just with a low passive insight, she's just beside herself. Doesn't seem to be super responsive.
she's in
We
shock.
should have made what's his face listen to the thing. Maybe he would have kind of came out of it, or at least maybe he would have said something.
Is
about
the
the
dad
rhyme.
still like squirming on the ground?
He's remained still,
Okay.
pretty much exactly where you left him.
Uverhamen take the
hasn't
book to
tried to sing or
the
anything.
bindery.
I'm gonna say to the little girl in like a super soothing, calm voice, "Hey, come on. You don't want to be responsible for your dad's death, do you?"
No,
Go
dude,
back.
I'm not there.
Oh my
Right.
god.
I'm there
You should give
though.
us all the information you can.
That is so
Oh my god.
You-
Yeah, you see she I even rolled a wisdom save for that. She holds it together with an 18.
Oh my god.
I
But,
sucker punch him in the arm.
Sure, yeah, you
what-
sucker
Come
punch
on,
him.
I'm
What
trying to help
he-
out here.
what he
That's not very
means,
Quit
nice.
messing around.
what he
This is
means is
serious.
that if you have any information about this
Oh my god.
musical book, then
Read the room, Klobeck.
or the rhyme, if you have even like something that you don't think that is important, if you have anything for us, then we could save your dad.
Oh my god.
She is not responding to you at all anymore. You can tell she's just like
Where's Crinkle?
drained. Crinkle, as I said, you guys
Still in
left
her
her
room.
behind in her room.
We keep leaving this lady all over the place, guys.
I know. I'm trying to get her to.
I don't
I
think
don't want
she's
her-
useful. I don't think she has anything else to give.
You don't think she knows that?
I mean,
Maybe
you
she
can ask
knows
her.
it and can repeat it.
I mean, go ask her. Yeah, go ask her.
I'm gonna go
I
ask her.
Talk to
I've been wrong many times before.
I'm gonna go to Crinkle.
and I'm going into
I'll go to
the
Park.
binding room.
How would I go to the bindery?
I will
Bindery,
find them
we're going
after.
to Veneer, and we're going to Crinkle.
I will find them after I talk to Crinkle.
Hey, Varnerial, where you at?
All right, so before we split in 3 different directions, we got Uverheim and Pippi and Voxmillion headed to the bindery.
Yep.
We've got Klobeck headed for Varnier, and we've got Roshia headed for
Crinkle.
Crinkle. All right, so before we start up a whole nother round of investigating, we're gonna kind of wrap it up for the evening. I know it's getting close to like 1 a.m. for our Oklahomies, so
Katala.
go ahead and make sure you have written down, have a little note of what it is you're off to do next. I'm pretty good at remembering stuff, but if I forget, then, or if we both forget, then it's lost to the ether.
For clarity, Klobeck went to Veneer, Rashia went to Crinkle, and then Uverheim, Pip, and Vox went to the binary. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. I wrote that down. And quick clarification for me, Pippi, have you held on to that spear?
Yeah.
I
have it.
I'm officially removing it from my inventory. Okay.
Okay, I have it in my.
Make sure it's added to yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
Again,
That's all right.
anything that isn't remembered or written down is lost.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, and that was pretty expensive. Cool. GG's. Holy crap, man. This one is.
You
This
guys
is.
had the breakthrough.
Did we?
Yay!
I mean,
Did we?
of a kind.
We fought something.
There's, of the list of things we have to go through, you guys are on the back half of it. So
Oh my god.
Do we
I
get to
investigated
level
that
up
chapter
after
last time.
this mess?
We better. We fucking better be able to level better.
I mean, how many sessions have we been at this? It's been
This
two,
is-
and this is our
This is
third,
our
right?
second.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I think this is
I
our
mean,
full
when did
second.
it?
Second, because I wasn't here the last one and I didn't get to play any of it. So
I
this
thought
is the
you were there for the evening that you arrived at the cellar.
Yeah,
And
this-
you guys had that
this
one
is our
session
third.
After that, so this is our our third.
Yeah, I guess that's
I
the
mean, you guys didn't
When
really
we
do
met
anything
the
on the first
girl.
night. Yeah, because
Yeah,
you
we
guys
did
like
do-
came down.
The
and
first
ate
night-
dinner and went to bed.
The first night was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
half of like getting to the end and then half starting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
So I
like
would say 2 full sessions.
yeah, 2.5.
Voxy just losing his shit.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys look at Vox, like I'm like freaking out, like wide-eyed, like hair is like my man bun is like falling apart and stuff. I'm like sweating and tired. I'm very moist. Is not a good time.
Ew.
Yeah, super moist.
I'm
Vox is
allergic.
looking
I'm
crazy.
allergic to fish. Can I smell you? Am I breaking out in hives?
Thank God.
Are you legit allergic to fish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm a humanoid. I'm not a fish.
I mean, as far as you know, I'm allergic to fish.
Well, I'm pretty sure if you're faking it, we already discovered way back at the place on the docks that you are in fact not allergic to fish.
No, as far as you know, I am allergic.
There's been no indication, and she's maintained
Yeah.
that for better or for ill.
Well, then I don't know.
No, she claims to be.
Yeah, are you reacting then? Why are you asking me, faker?
I'm not faking.
Okay.
I'm allergic to fish.
Well, then are you reacting?
I was just wondering if you're too fishy like
Oh my
me.
God.
You tell me, are you reacting?
Let's see.
Go wipe your sweat on her.
Oop.
Right on her lips. See if they swell up.
This is gonna be
Jesus.
canon
So
from
she
now on.
dies from anaphylactic shock.
Blake, you have to
Try to get
Filler
up into her
episodes
mouth,
are so
like,
weird.
Blake, you have
these
to
days.
figure out if I am
Right?
technically a fish.
Okay. Well, I rolled for, if you're cool with this,
Yeah.
Tippy. I rolled for
Oh.
allergies.
And now she's allergic to everything.
Can you?
Yeah, are
Messaging
you-
me?
Oh, I can message you. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
you.
if
Are
this
you
is
cool?
bad,
It was more a
you
question
don't-
of, are you cool with me deciding that for you?
No, I'm not cool with that.
All right, then just fuck
So,
off then.
so that means she's faking it. She wants to not be
No.
allergic. Yes, it does. I'm not dumb. Could you please tell me though if I qualify as fish though?
Let's see. Do Triton count as fish? I don't actually know.
I don't think we
I
do.
don't
We're
think so.
humanoids. Yeah.
Because, like,
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not fish.
Okay. So your little fish comment, by the way, I have no idea. Voxamillion has nothing. No, she's never said anything. So I have no way of like. And I am a humanoid, so I have no indication that you even think that about me. So your little snarky comment. I'm a little drunk. Your little snarky comment. It means nothing.
I guess
I mean,
if I
maybe
knew,
it should be Carment, like.
if I knew that you
karma
were a
comment.
humanoid, if I knew you were a humanoid, I would not say that.
Well, you haven't said it. And what is your intelligence, by the way?
he's got 2 legs, don't he?
Oh, I'm not very smart.
Oh,
at
you
all.
dumb. So you probably think I am a fish.
I'm 9.
You're 9. Can you roll an
Less than average
intelligence? Roll an intelligence. Roll an average intelligence for knowing if Triton are fish.
That's my intelligence.
Roll, yeah.
Well, it's a natural 20 minus 1 is a 19.
So I mean, I would assume you that know that I am in fact a humanoid, not a fish.
Yeah. Then I
There
wouldn't.
you go.
I wouldn't bring up my allergies right now.
Hey, do I still have -3 strength?
I could have sworn we tried to feed her fish back in the.
You
and I
offered
wouldn't
to.
do it.
That's
She
what
And
you
I
didn't
did.
eat it, yeah.
said, hey, can I have chicken? Because I'm allergic to fish.
Yep.
I could have
And he
swore we
went and got
snuck
me
it in.
chicken.
I thought we snuck it in to see what happened.
No.
No?
I feel like you did a insight check and came
Yep.
up with the fact that like she is supposedly legit allergic to fish.
Yes. I'm absolutely allergic to
Well,
fish.
I'll say you rolled lower than her, so you believe she's
Yeah.
allergic to fish.
I
That's why I was like,
believe that that's what happened in the session, but I 100% believe that Amanda is lying to me, and I feel like, yeah,
Go back and listen to the sessions, dude.
those were not recorded. I don't believe.
Dude. Well, not my bad.
Should have
not my
recorded it
problem.
in here.
But no matter, even if they were recorded, you're the one who knows if you truly are allergic or not,
Exactly, and I am.
and we will never find out if that's true or not. So that's fine.
Until she gets.
You could have
I'll
asked
never
me
eat
when I
fish
was under
again.
that truth serum. That would have been fun.
Yeah, but Voxamillion
Never
just
did.
Would
doesn't
know.
care.
Yeah. All right, friends. Well, GG. That's all I've got for tonight.
That
Good night.
You guys, if you're
Can we
really
go
sick of
again
it,
in 5?
I can encourage you that we are getting to the end here. So
so.
okay, I
No,
need
I'm still
more
enjoying it.
holy water.
It's a little
I
weird.
want more.
it is a bit
I
odd,
want more
but
holy water.
Yeah.
I thought this one was the most appropriate for you guys' level. Unfortunately, I tried. I even thought about like going higher level so that maybe more of a
Challenge.
like a challenge. But I mean, this is pretty appropriate. Those
I love it so
shadows
much.
were appropriately difficult for you guys. So
Well,
Yeah.
When we're done with this one, we will be in, what's it
Hell.
called? Keep.
Candle.
Candlekeep.
yeah, you are.
So we
yeah,
could just
continue to
jump
be
right
below
into the next
CandleKeep.
one.
Let's just do all the CandleKeep mysteries and then just go into Avernus and like wipe out the devil. No big
That's
deal.
right,
Right.
yeah, we're level 20 now, bitch. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Come at me.